Hi,
Welcome
AY.
back to Dungeons and Dragons. This has been recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Hooray!
Alright, so where were we? You guys, or someone was about
Harvesting
to
the
get...
shit out of all these
Yeah,
things.
alright. I would like those who are harvesting the various
Yes.
corpses of the various critters to make survival
Ooh, I'm good at that.
checks.
Can I use my poisonous kit?
Tangent, I go first. This fucker's stinger is mine.
Alright,
There's
so
another
Grouch,
one
whatever,
down
whatever
here.
you're skinning up there on a 24, yes, you are able to successfully... Digi, you fuck up so bad.
Not only do you
with a
ruin the
roll of a
poison, but you
7
cut
digi,
yourself
that
and get
is
some of the poison.
unfortunately a fail. You sort of cut the wrong cord, you make a mistake, you like the actual poison gland that you're trying to pull out, you actually thought that was a bit of muscle, you just like saw through it in half and squeeze all the juice out of it, and it's like running everywhere. Unfortunately, you messed that one up. Grouch, you are able to harness the poison gland out of this thing. So if you would like to run down, you have got a contact poison, or like a DC contact poison, 40-10 poison damage. And that would be good for 1 minute.
Can I use my poisonous kit for this?
Are you proficient with your poisonous kit, or have you just
I'm
bought
an
it?
expertise in it.
Oh, expertise in it. Alright. Oh, is that the one that Digi's already mangled? Yes.
There's a third
Alright,
one
well,
down in the room.
Yeah,
to the south.
there is another one down below.
Alright,
so
I'll go.
yeah,
Where's
so
it?
if
Where
you,
is
yeah,
it?
so if
This
you want to
one?
take a
Yeah.
roll, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So if you want to take a roll using your expertise on poisoners kit,
That's
we'll
my
say
language.
that actually it comes with an instruction manual. Roll it.
It was
Have
strength,
you got
dex,
have you got
con.
proficiency in survival?
Let me have a look.
No, you're a druid. You should.
I got no.
We'll say you know how survival works. Yeah, just make a single roll with your poisoners kit.
With what attribute? Strength, dex, con,
Agility.
intelligence.
Should be
Or
I
dexterity.
thought that was whiz. Survival's whiz based.
No. It's up to the GM's call.
You
mate.
can, yeah, this is like, you're following the instruction kit. Yeah, right, sweet. And you're able to also extract one of these glands. So I'll write down the dealio with the gland. It is 4d10 poison damage on contact. Meaning you have to like stab someone with it. It's like an injected poison. Actually, I'm going to say injected, because that sounds cooler. 40-10 poison damage. Sorry, I'm just also looking at my little poison guide here for what'll kill you and what won't. What's the actual DC? What was what I was going to say? Alright, so 14 con DC for half. DC 14 con for half damage. Alright, that's what you got. In combat, we'll say it is good for 1 minute.
So is that like weapon application type poison?
Yeah. Or, whatever. Doesn't matter how you apply it, it's an injected type poison. So it's got to enter the bloodstream of whoever you're feeding it to in order to do damage with it.
And so that's 4d10 poison damage per round, and con save each round, or what are you talking there?
No, it's not each round, it's each contact.
For 1 minute before it's been swished around enough that the poison's sort of dissipated?
Yeah,
Is that what the 1 minute is?
sure.
So if coated on a blade,
Yeah,
how
correct.
many
You'll get
strikes before the blade has no more poison?
As many as you can do in a minute.
We'll work that out on the way
Yep,
through.
yep. So okay.
I'll probably say, look, roll 1d4, 1d6,
Yeah, cool.
and then I hear how many applications you get. Fuck it, I may as well determine it right now, just to be on the fair. So we'll say 1d6 applications. Or 1d6 injections, 1d6 applications, whatever. So that's in the log anyway. Because there's not that much detail about types of poisons and shit in this. There's like some sample poisons, but these
Yeah,
are
you
all
kinda gotta
kind
make
of
that as you
like
go.
made up. So that's like a rough set of conditions based on the critter you just fought. Like that's the type of poison you're working with.
I just have to do a quick refresh of the browser.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't blame anyone for having to refresh his browser quickly because this map is fucking nuts. I don't think I'm gonna make a map this crazy again for quite some time.
Could I scavenge the things from the war zone we just fought in back there? Gather up all the javelins and any other weapons of value?
Oh yeah, sure. Alright. I mean, of value is a strong word.
Well, anything that looks like it's not common trash.
Yeah, yeah,
basically.
so you're like heading back there to gather all that shit?
Yep. I'll move my token.
Yeah, sweet. So say you're scraping your way over this area, like, the primary weapons favoured by orcs in battle are great axes and javelins. Like, each one of these guys is probably carrying 1d2 javelins on his back, so how many orcs have we killed back here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, 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 blah. So, we'll roll... How many orcs did I say? I don't know. Half a
There
dozen.
was 3 Uruks up at the beginning, 2 here, 1 in the room.
8, so we're going to go 8d2. 8d2 javelins. So if you're collecting javelins, there are 13 to be had, and there are 8 great axes.
The great axes I'll probably just leave, they're not really of value to us.
Because, yeah, there's some like weight to those. But just double check the weight on the
Yeah, I'm going to be making sure to keep that
old
right. Does any of them...
Jamaroos. I'm not entirely sure how much they weigh. They've got to be light. They can't. Be
I think they're
more than,
0.5 each, if memory
Yeah, I was
serves,
going
but
to
I'll
say they
double
can't
check
be. Yeah,
before I
they
write.
can't be more than a couple of pounds.
Does one of them have a quiver that for their javelins?
Not really. They're like a javelin's long, right? Like it's probably like a 5 foot.
So for
Sort
me,
of.
this would be basically a spear.
Yeah, yeah. Essentially, like because you can wield a javelin as a melee weapon. It's like a 1d6 piercing, short range, but you can also throw it. You know.
They're basically spears in everything but name.
Yeah, they're designed for one-handed ease of use. I think the difference between a javelin and a spear is a finesse thing. In javelins, you get your strength score for damage on them.
Spears don't have finesse, actually. It's been pissing me off about them.
Alright. Oh.
I think javelin get 30 feet rather than the 20 that the spear.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
just double checking.
Yeah, 30.
Oh, they weigh 2 each. Wow. 30, 120 for their range, though.
120. Yeah, so a javelin weighs about a kilo. Well, you want to have some weight to it. You're trying to throw it. I mean, what's half a pound? That's like 200 grams, right?
Alright, so 13 javelins weighing 2 pounds each is 14 pounds, which is a lot for a halfling.
It turns out you're like coming back with like a big fucking bundle of sticks strapped over your back like one of those old dudes gathering firewood in a forest.
I think I might put them in the spear shoot in the saddle. In the what do you call it?
Alright.
At some point, Frank has got to get a fucking massage.
Yeah, I was gonna say at some point we're gonna have to start working out how much that poor dude's carrying too. It's probably
I'm
not
pretty
too
sure.
much
I'll
because
double
it's
check.
mostly
while we have this
weapons and
rest.
stuff.
Is his back gonna start bowing at some point?
Yeah, it'd be the javelin that broke the wolf's back.
Alright, which one of these rooms do we want to have our nap in, guys?
Up the top, it's the most secure one. It's a small room we can all have in here, and shove the up here.
Yep, works for me. I mean, I'd be happier if we could drag this scorpion out of the room, but...
No, we're gonna shove him in the door so nothing can get through.
Alright, that works too.
Just gonna
Do you wanna
wedge
put
it in the door frame.
2 in the door? Yeah, we'll put 2 in the door, why not?
I don't think we can get him through the corridor.
Leave that to me. I'm gonna draw my short sword.
Just don't.
Damn it. Let me cut something.
Alright, so you guys are choosing to crash up in here for now.
I'll
I
take
have
those.
one spell left, and I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna cast him right there.
Ooh, 8 hours. That's pretty good. So if you want to draw your little guardian stick man. Sweet.
I'm gonna start resting with the crossbow in my hand.
So which of you is on first watch?
I am. The old Frank with the character sheet, I had it all set to let me know if I overburdened Frank with weapons and shit, but the new one doesn't have any of that shit. Give me a weight number century and I'll stay within it.
Yeah, there's a formula for it. And
If you just want to give me an arbitrary number.
It's 15 times your strength.
Oh, is it? It's actually quite generous.
That's the variant rule.
Table of variant encumbrance. Oh my god, this whole browser works slow with this fucking map. I'm never doing this again. Alright, 5 times your strength score. Yeah, so how strong's Frank?
12 memory serves, so +1.
Oh yeah, 5 times that in pounds, so... What's that?
60.
Excellent. I'm terrible at maths. Frank can carry 60 pounds?
And I am included in that.
Oh, hey, how much do you weigh?
Ooh. Okay, it looks like I need to put some things in the bag of holding.
We're gonna say, that'll be the first part of your, like, guard shift.
Because we worked it out before with the old stat block on the old sheet, and it was something like 120 was his carry limit. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's sweet. I weigh 60, 80, something like that with my weapons. But
What about your
now
armor?
me weighing 80 is not a good thing.
Too fat?
Yep, too many rations, field ration. I don't know.
I'll
What do we
take
even
some
eat?
rations off you.
I don't know, you guys don't spend a lot of time talking about food.
No, but you have rations in it. You have rations in your pack.
I mean, have you been, like, when you take a long rest, have you been consuming rations out of your inventory from the pile you've got?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No.
definitely.
Definitely
I
haven't.
knew that was a thing.
I mean, it's not like Digi doesn't spend his gnomish abilities on seducing small animals and eating them.
Well, that's...
So he feeds a book. Anyway, so Grouch, you're on first watch. Who's taking second?
I'll take second.
I
Oh,
can take
just
second.
Stelda? Yeah, alright.
Yeah,
let's
I'll
do it.
go with myself.
Can I procure rations from the scorpion?
I've got rations on me. I've been carrying them ever since I got them. I've got 5-day rations. I don't eat.
Yeah.
Just gonna say, it's like, why do I have these?
Oh.
I got a water
plate
skin
armor.
as well if you want it.
Sure, I wouldn't mind that.
So at this point, Death Ward's gonna fade as we're sleeping.
Alright, sweet.
Can I drink my pain away?
Maybe.
That's a lot of water.
Very thirsty.
During this long rest, Sentry, I'd like to attune to my Dancing Spear of the Mind's Eye.
Alright.
I'd like to also attune to the stabby thing.
The parrying blade.
Yeah.
McDonald's partying blade.
Yep.
As it has been dubbed.
How do we get hit dice back? What do we roll for that?
Half.
You get half your level.
at a long rest.
Yeah, like half your level worth of hit dice, like your total character level.
Shits and
Because
geeks.
Sentry, I know you've forgotten what the item is. That's what it is. I picked it up in Waterdeep yonks ago.
Action, use a flying sword stat block. Oh, wow. Oh, permanently animate. Also, weapon retains any other magic properties. Once animated weapon, weapon shatters like glass or unattuned. Bear may
Yep.
choose to deal psychic damage with this weapon to gain +1. Oh, interesting. Alright, so that's like it's a disposable spear.
Yep.
What time of day would it be when we wake up? Because I need to know if the circlet recharges or not. Because that
Do
recharges
you
at the dawn.
have a feat related to this?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Ooh.
The only way we know days passing down here is our daily items refreshing.
I'm pretty sure it recharged on the last long rest, so I don't think it would be a full day yet, because that's when Anna did all the wands and shit.
That was before the last encounter up there with the thingy as well, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's been a while.
I would also like to attune to my bonding morning star of roses.
Alright.
So, but the question is how many months since last time I checked it?
Ah, fuck it. Let's call it like a solid month or so. If there will be a ruby on the bottom of it. Does that
Do
thing
you want
grow
any
all year?
rolls for my watch?
Hang on, sorry, I'm just checking some things. Make a perception check. Is what I want you to do.
I keep forgetting how many spells I can actually have prepped.
Level plus whiz.
Thank you.
Perception.
I actually had the correct amount of spells prepped to start with.
Nailed it.
Since I got the morning star roses, I've collected 2 so far.
Nice.
So it's been 3 months since then. We
Yeah,
should
so it's been 3 months.
Yeah.
Since Waterdeep. That's pretty cool.
Okay, I now have a ranged attack that allows me to maintain rage. Stupid dexterity-based thing's not doing it.
Range attack that maintains rage. Oh, would you
Throwing
like a
javelins.
like I was gonna say like a bow and arrow?
Shooting a bow or a crossbow does not maintain your rage, it's only for strength-based things.
Oh,
So you can't have a barbarian rogue, for instance.
that's quite interesting. I always found that interesting. Like Conan the Barbarian is probably like the most famous barbarian rogue.
Mm-hmm. But they made the clear separation that all rogue things need dexterity-based or finesse weapons,
Yeah.
and the barbarian stuff needs, you know, that shit.
Does anything occur on Grouch's watch?
Don't know.
Just rolling random dice from the DM. Oh,
Just like to roll some dice and check out what's going on.
Let me prep some spells first.
I'm probably going to take the next watch.
okay. Did you wake up? Your turn for watch. I'm gonna have a nap.
Wasn't Estelle to take and watch?
Yeah, I'll take watch with you. Digi.
Okay. I'm gonna step out and actually pray to Zotnil for my father's well-being and stuff.
She's getting religious.
Shh. You're not supposed to know.
Make a perception check, did you?
And me as well.
Oh, you're on watch as well, right?
Yeah.
Estella? You know your name.
I don't know.
Yeah, you make a perception check too.
Great roll, great
Alright.
roll.
Lucky one of you is awake.
Hey, Rhino, you want to try some mother?
Oh, my AC goes back up. Huzzah. What about my hit points? Do they go back up or do I have to spend hit dice again?
No, your hit points refill on a long rest.
Okay, cool.
So you get your spell slots back, your hit points refill,
got that.
any like temporary fucking defects you've got that are based on all this isn't going away till you sleep it off, come back. And you get back half of your level worth of hit dice. So say if you're level 12, you get back 6 hit dice.
Yeah, I've already got back my 5.
Yeah, cool.
And I did lose
you here, like, you pick it up because, you know, you're like very acutely paying attention to what's going on, but there's footsteps coming and they are close. Like something is trying to disguise its movement and it's being very quiet, and you haven't really picked it up until it's almost on top of you, but you're fairly sure in the next room over there is something moving towards your direction.
I would like to stealth. Which direction is it coming from, by the way? I would like to peek around the corner with my blade.
Just be careful, because Peter Dutton's standing in the fucking doorway.
Peter Dunn's standing in the doorway. Was it the scorpion? I get it. You move your blade to peek it around the corner, like very carefully, like with what reflection you can pick up with your sight. There appears to be 2 large, I don't know, you're not entirely sure, like they're pretty good sized, like humanoid creatures, and using a rope or a tether they appear to be holding one lizard-like creature moving towards that doorway that you're guarding there.
I wish to cast Hideous Laughter on one of them.
Are you stepping out to do this?
I am doing it from the hidden, from hiding, so like around the corner.
How does it work? Give us a spell card for it. Creature of your choice that you can see, so you have to look at it. And there's verbal semantic components.
I'm wearing the cloak of dampened sounds.
Oh, so you can cast without the semantic? Oh, the cast without the verbal.
Yes.
Or at least cast the verbal part silently, it's still technically required.
And with, I was thinking with, no cunning I'll get advantage, but I don't think it applies for that one.
What's known cunning do?
Sorry, wrong one. It is magical ambush.
Oh, no, that'll work. Well, what's your stealth roll? 27. Hang on. Let me
I haven't had a chance to use that feat in a while.
double check and see where they would be at. These are being active, so... No, you're definitely hitting them. You can get this spell off from complete stealth. Which target are you choosing?
The one closest at the front.
Creature with an intelligence of 4 or less is unaffected. Looking, you can see the lizard creature that's leading at the front, like that's being kept on a tether. You cast the spell on it, and for a moment there's a brief, like it stops for a minute and shakes its head, and there's almost like a snork, like a sneeze sort of sound, like that, but it seemingly has no effect. You hear
Okay.
some voices then talking in speaking a language you don't understand, but deep voices, big voices, and then movement is suddenly picking up. What are you doing?
I'm going to hold a poison spray and alert Grouch with message.
Who is asleep? You're on
For-
watch with Raina.
For reference, how close are you to this point right here?
I'm just around the corner.
No, are they? I'm asking Sentry.
Oh.
Because if they're within 10
you
feet, they'll
don't
get...
know the answer to that question?
It's
Is the
more than...
answer?
If they're within 10 feet, they're going to get hit by my Guardian.
Oh, I know where they are.
Okay.
I'll
Do I
tell
not
Estelle
know
them.
that any of this is going on? Like, have I...
You're currently in the room, or are you're like in the room, right?
Yeah, I'm in the room.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, Digi's kind of like silently cast a spell out there. Say you would have heard like the snuffle and snork of whatever it was out there, that would have caught your attention.
Alright, then I'm gonna start walking outside to investigate.
While Grouch
I want to
and
give you a message
Four
actually,
sleep silently.
to wake others.
Alright, upon hearing that, I will shake everyone awake. Wake up, guys. There's something out there.
And if they come closer, I'll use poison spray.
We haven't completed our long rest yet, so we don't get any of the benefits back, do we?
At the moment, no.
Oh, I'll go back.
Okay, so I wake up, I see Raina wake me, I grab my weapons, and... silently follow.
Oh yeah, I want to be stealth as I leave the room.
Alright, so you can hear at this stage Estelle, the footsteps starting to pick up in the hallway.
Can I very quietly whisper to Digi and ask if he's seen anything?
I'll do like a hand gesture for like the orc teeth thing and say, 2 plus, and then like then another finger for something else. So 3 contacts.
Alright, I'm gonna turn to Grouch and repeat that hand movement thing exactly.
Orcs.
And now I'm just looking at Raina like, what the fuck? Chinese whispers but with hand gestures. Or awake?
Hearing impaired Chinese whispers.
Begrudgingly, or is sitting there just like angrily just staring because he's in the middle of a good sleep.
I'm gonna go out and see what's happening.
Well, there's kind of a conga line jammed at the doorway.
Well, I'm gonna get up quietly then.
I would like to sneak around the corner to peek at them again.
Alright, at this stage, like, the movement has stopped.
Holding crossbow action near for door.
Like, just around the corner here, like, you can hear hushed voices on their side as well.
Do we understand the
Oh,
languages or not really? Or is this
I
just
think
GG?
I think we've gone over this and none of you understand the languages being spoken here.
Well, we've all just been woken up. We're waiting on you to make whatever's going to
I
happen
want
happen.
to jump in stealthily and gas the first one.
Do you jump straight out?
Surprise.
Alright, I'm gonna say you get the gas off, so roll for your gas attack. Alright, so but at the
He who
same
smelt it dealt
time,
it.
as like you've surprised these two that you've jumped out in front of, and you jump out to gas the lizard creature that they're keeping like on a leash in front of them, so it's gonna roll a con save.
Magical ambush still relevant, or do they know it's there now?
At disadvantage.
It'll be a disadvantage.
Oh god.
So it fails that. It takes the poison damage. Digi, as you look straight upon this creature that you're casting the spell on, you suddenly feel like a wave of like just paralytic magic sweep over your body. I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Are we still blessed?
Yes.
Oh!
Yes, you are.
What's the DC?
4.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh,
Oh,
what's
no.
the DC?
What's the DC he's trying to beat?
It's 10. Say it's 10 or 11.
Or 12.
push
10
me
or
out of
11
the
or
way.
12, come on.
Come on. Make it real low.
Just shove me out of the way.
Oh my gosh. Holy
Yep,
Wait, what?
and
shit.
at this stage, it is on. I would like you to roll initiative.
Do you want to clear the order first, or do you just want us to roll?
No, I'm going to clear the order actually, because it's going to get wild up there. Alright, start rolling them up. Wait, as soon as I bring up the... Oh, there it is. To order. It's good.
I'm also rolling at 9, advantage is at 10 because I'm not attuned anymore to the other thing.
What did you have that gave you +2 initiative?
I have a battle axe of speed.
Ah.
Or gave it to me on second session?
Gave it to him to go super fast.
Alright, have you guys all rolled it in?
Copy.
Yep.
Oh,
Anna has. But
oh,
nobody.
good point.
Well, she
No,
was
no,
woken
no,
up by
she's-
stealth, wasn't she?
She's part of this.
I did wake her.
That's a good point. You gotta remind me about that, because my version of autopilot is just, I like instinctually take care of my things, and then it's like, oh, right, and it could have been this fight and killing people the whole time.
Well, I don't think using all of her spells would be wise.
You
But
guys
she would
have
follow
got
along with fire
an
cantrips,
incredibly
yeah.
fortunate series of fucking...
Just with the long rest, it got interrupted, didn't it?
Yep.
Correct, we get no benefit.
Would I still get wild shape back? As it would have been an hour have passed?
Yeah, so cool. Say you've got the benefits of short rest, yeah.
Okay, no worries. And that's got nothing to do with hit dice and whatnot, it's just I'll get my wild shape back.
You can burn hit dice if you want hit points back in that time. If you've got
Yeah, I
hit
think
dice
I
that you
might
get to
actually.
burn. That goes for you as well, did you? And Estelda.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
do
sorry.
that.
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
Because
say
I'm
say you would have
hurt.
had the benefits of a short rest by now. So if you want to like burn some hit dice to get some hit points back.
I'm still hurting, but it's alright.
You're just hurting less.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, music.
Oh, you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Neverwinter Nights.
I've still got to finish that game.
The first one was quite good, actually. Like, the,
Yeah,
the plot,
good.
the story came around nicely.
Yeah, I got up to the part where you meet the bard, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was my reaction to bards pre-5e.
Yeah, before
He's such
really
an
like getting a
annoying
grip on like what they do, and you're like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so. Did you, as you like step out around the corner and just gas this thing, like there's a sudden pull and everyone realizes what's going on? Recognizing this creature now, it's a bugbear. It immediately picks up a javelin and throws it straight at you.
When I recognize the bugbear.
No. This appears to be a case of not all bugbears. The javelin misses.
Hashtag all paladins.
Hashtag all paladins. Grouch Frank, you're up.
Grash Frank will go here. Where is Digi engaged? So he's fighting something down to his south.
Correct.
So then 10, 20, 30, 40. I can get. Oh crap. I need to make
Alright,
saves
so
now,
you
don't I?
move straight into the room here on top of this thing.
Mhm.
So, give you an option. Have you ever seen one of these creatures before?
I kind of know what a basilisk is in lore, in D&D, not so much.
Alright. Make a
You've seen Harry Potter,
constitution.
right?
Make a constitution saving throw.
And Frank as well?
You're alright. Yeah, roll one for Frank as well.
Fail, come on.
He has a much lower bonus. Oh.
Oh, lucky.
Oh, and you're both like looking into this thing's eyes. Like it dawns on you, like, oh, what the hell is this? Like just looking at it hurts. So now that you're in a situation where you are not surprised and you've like looked at this thing and you sort of realise what's going on here, you can make a choice to avert your eyes, so as to avoid having to make the saving throw. Basically, if you do this, you can't see it until the start of your next turn, and so if you're making attacks against it, it's all going to be at disadvantage.
Can I keep looking at it, make my attacks, and then look away, or is it now just look away or nothing?
Sorry?
Now that I've passed the save, can I make my attacks
Yeah,
normally,
yeah.
and then look away at the end of my turn?
Yeah, that's correct.
I will do that, but first I will yell out, "Oh God, don't look at its eyes!"
You see your reflection.
And then I will recklessly attack. That's not reckless.
Yeah, it's just... I'll get you there.
If we heard Grouch saying not to look in his eyes, can we avoid looking in his eyes, or?
Yep, yeah, that's
Do we have
correct.
to go
Like,
through?
you've heard the warning.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so lowest there is
I
24.
was gonna say, like, you'd be averting your gaze. Oh, yeah, say for this one you're alright, actually. So, but for the next one, you're gonna be...
Yeah, and then I'm going to look away.
Yeah, averting and rolling at disadvantage, so... 26 hits, 24 hits, 29 hits, so all of those numbers are good. So 15 for the first one, 16 for the
40
second
damage
one,
total.
9 for the third one. Holy shit, that actually kills it. Like, just over this,
Okay.
like, bang, stab, stab, bang, bang, and you've put it down.
I mean, I was going to mark it, but...
What are your
because of
damage formulas? 4-2-2. It's
Dueling.
4 strength, 2 magic weapon, and 2 what?
Dueling.
Dueling. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's massive. Yep.
Well then I'm going to move 5 feet closer, and then my turn there.
Alright, sweet.
But I killed the basilisk, that was up front.
So that one's
Yeah.
dealt with.
Okay, so... Alright.
Alright, In the meantime,
Am I able
there's
to bonus
another.
action this guy in front of me down?
You want to like bonus action shove fight?
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oops, advantage.
Yep. You're able to just like,
Prone.
yep, shield slam, knock this dude prone. Right, in the meantime, you can still hear the shouting the next row over in the language you don't understand. Like, there's the shouting, like, Daita, Kurata, Huna! As it comes up. Jumps out, slides around this corner. Like, looking straight down, it'll take a javelin, throw it straight at Stelda. Oh, 7. Thanks for coming. Useless.
I'd like to catch that. And
Oh,
hold
you
on to
can
it.
too. Yeah. It's... How does catching
know
work? Does
what?
it actually have to hit you before you catch it?
Hold on, I'm gonna.
I would imagine you could like intentionally
Yeah.
move it into its
Use
face.
your action to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon.
Oh,
technically.
so
So
you're hit
if
by
you
it.
reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile if it's small enough for you to hold in one hand. I mean, yeah, you could probably just like flat out. I mean, would say yeah, say for the fact that one, it's a miss, but yeah, you could. Or is it if it hits you? I don't know, it says if it hits you. But we'll say like he throws it and you're able to just like avoid that straight up. Were you thinking about throwing it back at him?
Yeah.
Yeah, say if you want to spend a key point, you can do that. Either,
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to spend
He-
a key point and throw it back.
Alright, sweet. So that'll be returning on him, which will just be the weapon damage. Counts as a monk weapon for the attack. So yeah. So make an attack roll at him. So it'll be 1d20 plus your dex plus proficiency.
Basically an unarmed strike. Yeah?
And then the damage will be 1d6 plus your dex.
So the first roll will be 1d20 plus my dex plus my proficiency.
Yep.
Where do I get my proficiency?
Plus
Okay, your
9 total.
proficiency is up on the corner of your sheet. There'll be a
Oh,
little
yeah,
box there
sorry.
marked somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a static number. As your character gets to a higher level, that proficiency number gets higher. It's responsible, like it ties in with all the mechanics.
If I believe it's 2, and then it goes up by 1 every 4
Alright,
levels.
so yeah, so you're like throwing it back. So the 16, like you catch it, like twirl it over and lob it straight back, and it does hit him. So roll a 1d6 plus your dexterity.
Oh, shocking roll.
Either way, like you get the javelin back and it hit him for 6. And he is hurt. Digi, you're up.
I'm horrified that I did not get to smack the dragon thing.
Sounds like a euphemism, did you?
Shit. I'm gonna
That's why he was around the corner.
And I'm gonna have this guy on the ground. He looks.
Yeah.
You get advantage.
He's in a
Yes.
prone position, so you get advantage on attacks against him.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how bad does it look like?
Oh, right, he looks like
Spotless.
virtually unharmed, like he's just been ankle tapped.
Alright. Smack him.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Sneak attack.
I don't need you for that though. See?
Alright, second
1,
one, definitely a
5, 2,
hit. -5, and for the third one, -11 for the sneak attack damage. Sweet.
I'm gonna punch the bugbear and say, you look the same.
Is Digi trying to do the threats that Or does?
I do it,
You'll-
and if he does, just do a cross in front of my
You
face.
look strikingly similar to me. Alright. Are you staying there?
I will take 5 steps back.
Alright, if you're stepping up that way, you will take a swing from the thing that's on the ground.
Give it to me.
At this?
He shoots. He misses. As he just like lobs his big morning star.
He has to go through grass first.
Yeah, that's right.
OG.
Interesting. Alright, yep, it's done. Tenzin, you're up.
Okay, hearing the kerfuffle outside, I'm gonna go 5, 10. See the guy there? And go 15 and stab him once.
Actually, yeah. Stab.
Yes, do I need to make the throw for the thing that's down there?
Hang on, let me roll. It says, if a creature starts its turn within 30 feet and the two of them can see each other, it can force you to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw if it is incapacitated. So you kind of started in the region, or alternatively, you could say you're averting your eyes so you're not looking at the creature itself.
Okay. Yep. Alright,
Yeah.
I'll avert my eyes.
Like, say that shout out's been made, so you're looking away from it. But say you could still like catch this bugbear here in the corner of your eye without making eye contact with that thing, and still not have to attack at disadvantage or whatever.
Alright, I'll just stab this one.
At 25, that is definitely a hit. So you shank him for 7 points.
Can I disengage? Bonus
Is it
action.
bonus action? Yes.
Yep, and then I'll go back. So I moved 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move back to there.
Sweet. On top of a Stelda.
Is that a stealth? It's still so hard to
Yeah.
She's so white and the low light doesn't
Alright,
help.
well I won't. Like, we can't occupy the same space, can we?
Being white is not a crime, but no.
I'll have to stop in the door then, because that's my movement. That gets me 30 feet, gets me to there. 25 gets me to there. Or actually, can I go back up into the door?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
going
go
to say, I
back
also
up into the
forgot,
door.
because
So
that
it's,
thing there, as it's running, that's actually on the inside of... That's within 10 feet of Comics Doodah's range. So what's the burn on your Holy Man comic? Got it,
Dex save.
Must make a dex save against DC 17 or he takes 20 radiant damage in the face, half on a... Yeah,
Christ.
half as much on a successful save.
Jeez, that's just flat numbers.
20.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So after that stab, he actually just burns out and dies.
I don't even need to be present to fight, this is good.
It's one of those like value spells, you know what I mean? It's like a confined space and everyone's gonna be here. Alright, sweet, so...
Man, that's a
Still,
level
you're
4
up.
spell that does 60 damage. It's just going to do 60 damage. It's not even concentration.
It's pretty good.
Alright. I'm going to be averting my gaze, so don't try and paralyze me, please.
It's okay, I killed it. You don't have to avert your gaze.
Don't paralyze
there's
me,
no-
bro. Yep, Crash killed that one.
There's something on the ground here for you to hit with your stick, though.
Yeah, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'll attack this thing over here. What the fuck is that? Is that the
It's-
lizard thing?
Oh, the lizard thing's actually on the ground underneath Grouch. This is a large... Not large, like, well-built,
Little bugbear.
medium-sized humanoid. It's like technically goblinoid, like the biggest of the goblins.
Oh, hang on. Is that language they're speaking Goblin?
Yep.
Would I be able to pick up snippets, seeing as I've been reading that Goblin book? The language book?
When was the last time you told me how you were
It's my
reading a Goblin
downtime,
book?
you know, when I'm dressed, just whip it out and read it.
Yeah. I don't just like assume, like, I don't, yeah, okay. Say sure. Like, you recognise that it's Goblin language, but you can't understand
As
it.
Goblin, but I don't know what
Yeah.
is being said. Which makes sense.
Alright.
Because I feel like it's a dangerous precedent to do assumed RP. Because then it's like, could we just say I did this adventure and finish the game? We're like, yeah, sure, I did.
Can I?
Alright, so, oh shit. Alright. I'm starting heavy.
I mean, I would say
Correct.
roll at advantage because it's
15.
prone, but like,
Yeah, no, it's not going to get any better than that. That's,
it's already green, it doesn't
yeah,
get
like,
greener.
that's a belting, that's a big hit you've just dropped on him, so, roll at advantage for your follow-up attacks because he's prone at the moment, like, Grouch has knocked him down.
Destroy him.
Finish him.
Alright, and 15. Like, that's another, like, just clout over the back, like... Have you seen that movie, the Adam Sandler movie, 50 First Dates?
Yeah.
You know, like, that scene where Drew Barrymore chases Rob Schneider away and she's, like, going in with the baseball bat, like, and it shows her, like, where she's over the hill just, like, going bing, bing.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep running.
Yeah, that's right.
How's he looking?
Bad. In terrible
Alright.
shape.
Well, let's go. Flurry of blows.
Yep, that third attack just finishes it off. It's like, foot to the
Alright.
back of the neck, just like...
Not flurry of
crack.
blows then.
And it's out.
Alright, and then I'm just gonna move into the corner because I am still kind of like half dead. And then I'll chill here. That's my turn.
I'll give you a mage hand high five.
I high five back.
High five! Oh, you're up.
Progressively walking, I sneak past Tenzin, so 5 foot, if I can get through that doorway. I see that thing there dead, I'm like, what the fuck was
Yeah,
that? Where
so
did it,
that'll be like, I don't know, 10 feet of movement, if you know what I mean, you get through
Yeah.
there.
Hearing the commotion, I'll go 15, 20, and I see that thing down there, I'm like, huh, what's that? Sacred Flame.
I'm sorry I'm taking up the space.
So you should be. How do you even sleep at night? Alright, so it is rolling against Dex. Oh, it's failing too. As it just like lights up for 22 points, like it just burns it badly. It is looking just charred and weak already after that.
And that's my turn.
Alright. And it's coming out. God damn it. Doing her AYisms. 5, 10, 15, 20. She steps on out. $25. What can she see from here? 3 fits of fuck nothing. She's only got 30 feet of movement, she's just used up 25. Alright, she's gonna stand guard in this position and anything else that comes up this hallway, she is going to hit it with a Toll the Dead as an opener. At which point she's already looking down the hall.
Oh god, it means saving throw time for Anna.
And as this thing comes creeping up, she's like looking at it and she will unload her Toll the Dead.
Will that get hit
Wait, what?
by Sandy McDuty right here?
It will take...
Yeah, does it take damage from ore first?
Shit. Yes, it will. Just walk straight into that, didn't it? So was it a dex on that?
Yes, Dex.
20 on a fail.
Oh, so it takes 20 straight up.
and then 26 from that.
Alright, so... Wow, okay. That's a game changer. 20 on that, it'll take 26 from... Oh, it's got to do a wisdom save first. It makes a wisdom save of 12, which is a fail compared to the DC required of Anna as she unleashes Toll the Dead for 26 points of necrotic damage.
Nice roll. Sounds fancy.
Bless you.
It is a big roll. That's 3d12, 10, 12, 4, so it's actually kind of an average roll. And
Above
this thing
average,
is
so-
nearly cooked, but as Anna is looking at it, the waves do wash over it. Like I said, by the wording of this, if a creature starts its turn, they see each other. Alright, so you're going to get away with this. But Anna is going to be forced to make a Constitution saving throw here. Got Greater Restoration in your kiddo, just in case?
Anna does.
Yes I do.
Anna makes a Constitution saving throw.
Don't forget she's blessed.
She is blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Oh,
She's alright.
Become pre-blessed, huh?
So that's the effect ends on failure. Yep. She manages to stave it off and resists the effect with a Constitution saving throw of 14 versus the 12 required of the creature. Right, this bugbear here, which is fucking cooked, bruh, is going into running mode.
Yes. Run.
$55 and 60. Which brings us to Grouch Frank, you're up.
10. 30. 40. Can I hear his... I can see him down in the corridor. Frank, dash. Hey, buddy.
No, 25, yeah, like that's a hit. Like you hit it and it just kills it dead.
Oh, okay.
Done gonna
Get-
kill you dead,
Get,
boy.
getting all excited and shit, just like chopping away at the body. But yeah, you like swing it and it just cuts it down.
I'll use the rest of my movement to go up to here, and that's me done.
Alright, sweet. Which brings us back to... He's dead. Digi.
I'm gonna pursue 5, 10, 15, 20.
I got it,
25.
Digi.
he's dead.
Shh, I don't know that.
Oh,
I just told you, I got it, Digi.
he's dead.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, dash. There's nothing in the hallway. And I will take a dash as an action as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm done.
Alright. As we come up to Tenzin.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, with my eyes cast down, I'm gonna just take 5 feet out. And do I have to be looking at it to attack it, or can I attack it at disadvantage?
You can attack it at disadvantage.
Actually, you know what? I will cast Thunderwave at level 1.
Have you
Oh,
got your spells,
God.
Blake?
I always had 4 spell slots for my first. I didn't use any level 1 spells.
Okay.
Oh god, everything in this maze is gonna know we're here.
Raising with a 15-foot cube con saving throw, so it will make a Constitution saving throw. What's it have to be?
14.
Oh, it makes 14.
Does.
Is this gonna hit friendlies as well?
On a failed
just
save,
directly in front of me.
2d8. Successful save, half damage. So roll your 2d8 anyway. And of that, it will take... So 3 points. Oh, which brings us to, like, and there
I'm
is
panicking.
just an
Yeah.
earth-shattering boom.
Reading the description of that, is it 15 foot in front of him or 15 foot radiating around him?
It's in front of me.
You pick a direction and it travels 15 feet like a wave.
Where does it say that?
A cube.
15
Oh
feet.
my god.
Cube
So
originating.
So it's 15 feet per side in, like, an area. Originating
Originating from
where
you, a
must
15-foot
be.
cube. It says in the rulebook, it's got like the description of each shape, and a cube is you're on one of the sides of the cube.
And
Yeah, it's
everyone
the-
on the
It
map
would say,
heard
it
it.
would specifically say 15-foot radius if it was.
Yeah, like there is just an like sonic boom.
Oh god.
Is it gonna be caving?
No. Not a cave in.
I wish it was a cave in.
I wish the earth would just
Yeah, we'd
swallow
be
me.
safer.
Panic, disengage, run away.
This is making Estelda depressed. She just wants to hide in a cave from all the people. But no, seriously. This is bad.
It's not like we haven't been stirring everything else up on the way in here.
Yeah, but still.
But not what's in front of us.
Yeah, in that instant, Digi, like from under the door in front of you at the end of the hallway, like an amount of like purple, like black smoke starts creeping out down the hallway like a mist along the floor.
Hey, does this purple sound like what the angel guy warned about?
Right, but Estelda, it is your turn.
Alright. I don't actually. Okay. I think I know where the bad guys are.
Not this way.
And elsewhere in the ruins at the same time, you hear a sudden, like, a massive shift of weight, like the groaning of stone, and the sudden, like, cling, like, rattle of chains being pulled taut.
Oh
and
my
heavy
god.
thumping footsteps.
Alright, 5, 10. I'm very scared. 15, 20, 25, 30. 35. I'll attack this thing here.
Alright, so you're averting your gaze at the moment.
Yeah, yeah,
Making,
okay.
yeah, so
I'm
you'll be
gonna-
attacking at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Alright, like first one, like swinging and misses, you try to like crack the walls around it, but the second one, that's a hit. And you manage to actually like come down and slam it straight between the eyes. And it takes it out.
Is there anything else to attack?
Nope, that's it. It has gone quiet.
Okay, good.
Well.
Is it free action?
It is free action.
I'm
Except,
sorry.
except for this slow creeping smoke, which is now starting to make its way out of the doors. from underneath this place.
I want to message up to Estelda and say there's some creepy purple smoke coming out from down here.
Alright, and I'm gonna relay that back to Anna, Orr, and Tenzin and tell them to start moving down.
Does this purple smoke have a smell to it?
Are you getting close enough to smell it?
Tempted.
Hey, Tenzin. If you go to page 204 in the handbook, it shows you pictures of each of the spell effects, various words.
204, hang on.
Or
Did that,
186 of the digital version.
did that
Can I-
smoke start after the loud explosion boom noise? Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go back. Where's the smoke coming?
South of where, man?
Yeah, so I can still direct it.
Yeah, you choose the side and all that jazz. It's just that's the way it works.
Okay, because that's like the first time I've ever cast that. Second time I've cast that.
Can I peek under this door?
I'll be back in a sec.
What did I say about going right?
I didn't go right yet.
This is right. We need to finish our rest.
Like somewhere else in this place now as well, you can just hear like heavy footsteps, like a thump, 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 and like a cling as it rips against chains, and like almost like a grating, like grunting sound.
I'm grabbing Digi and pulling him back. We are not ready. Come on. Don't make
I
me
really
pretend.
don't think we're gonna be able to get a rest.
Give me
No.
10 minutes.
No, we go now.
I want to.
I drag
want
him
to-
back to the room where we're sleeping.
Hey. Come on. Give me what I want. All I need is 10 minutes, this purple fog, and a ration.
Digi, get back to the room now. We need to finish resting. We are in no condition to fight. This is very, very bad. Let's move.
Fine.
Thank you, Davin.
Are we going to try and rest again?
Well, we freaking need to. We don't really have much
true.
choice.
True. Just feel
I
like
will relay the purple smoke of doom information to Orr. Let him know that we've probably woken it up at this point.
He's just death staring the ever living fuck out of Tenzin.
Tenzin is not there, but me too.
So, Tenzin, next time we're in a creepy crypt, no loud noises.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
I'll be on watch for the rest of the night, I think. Oh wait,
Yeah,
I've already
I'm
been
gonna
on
rest.
watch. I need the proper rest. Ah,
We could all just rest. No watch.
True, let's just
Davin,
make our
what's
death
gotten into
like
you?
speedy and easy.
Why are you
Just
being
all
weird?
die in our sleep.
Is something wrong with Davin?
Why are you
As I
being
sharpen
weird?
my knives in the front.
Than usual.
I want to insight check Davin. He's being weird.
Come on, guys, let's go back to the fog.
It's fine.
It's kind of calming.
Under the fog. Do-do-do-do-do.
Suspicious glare.
Digi has become suicidal.
Well, I believe he's just being a bit weird. He's just dabbing.
Air quotes normal.
Normal for Davin, yeah. Gotta remember where the baseline is. Oh, Kama, you weren't even here for us to hear us go off at Tenzin.
Ah, you're right.
We went off at
Tenzin's a
Tenzin.
bad boy.
I can do it again if you want.
Please don't.
Or would you like to take the next watch?
Yeah. Begrudgingly accepts.
I shall feed Susan some flesh of the scorpion. In secret.
Do you need perception check or anything for this entry?
Is the banging continuing?
Yeah, like that's just non-stop now. Like it's like a thump, 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 cling. Like sound like chains hitting their tension rack.
Is it getting louder or the volume is consistent?
No, it's not. It seems to be pretty consistent. Wherever it's coming from, it seems to be eastward of you, coming from the tunnels over that way.
Oh my god.
East, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I can see the purple fog as well.
Yep. It's spreading, oh god. This is a bad idea, we're gonna be trapped here.
Yeah. This is really bad.
Are we
Well,
resting here?
How long through the rest was what happened?
Oh, so probably about 3 hours. Like you could finish the remainder of the long rest.
Could the purple
we'll do
fog
that.
be demonic farts or village?
What a
Or
way to
the
go.
Lich's essence, or we don't know. Either way, we finish up our rest. With all keeping an eye on the fog, right?
Yep.
Like it seems to have crept out, like it's gently flowing out from underneath the doors and creeping along the floor like a mist, but it's gets like a certain distance away from what appears to be some central point in this place, and then like it can't reach any further.
Thank God.
We are fully restored.
This is a fully armed and operational battle station.
This is a fully armed and operational adventuring party.
Do I need to still make a perception check for anything for going on for the rest of the watch?
Give us a perception check. I mean, basically all night you can hear it, just that constant thump, thump, cling, like just something like ripping at chains. And then it's probably not until, you know, like the wee hours of the morning that it actually starts to die down. And slow down again.
I think whatever it is gonna wear itself out.
Hope so. Whatever it was, it sounded angry.
I was going to spend a bit of time studying the map during this watch, and basically try and figure out where the banging's coming from in these rooms. Just basically like, that's what he's trying to do. He's going to fail, but that's what he's trying to do.
Make a
Int?
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
No, charisma. Convince the map to tell you its secrets.
That's right. Like, you're looking at it, you're like, yeah, not entirely sure. Like, just judging by the sound, you're having trouble working it out.
Okay. But everything else is uneventful, yeah?
Yep.
We don't get murdered by purple smoke during the night.
Not this time.
Alright, let's go find the source of the purple smoke and kill it.
When Grouch and the rest do eventually wake up, I'm going to lay out the map and discuss and go basically, you know, like we're here, we've got this big chamber in the middle where we think the smoke's coming from, but the banging's coming from somewhere else. I don't know, maybe, who knows? What's our plan?
Let's go around. I reckon we try and find the source of the smoke. That seems to be the worst thing right now.
Speaking of smoke, I was actually going to go around and actually have a look at it.
Oh god,
Basically, standing about that far away. All I was going to do down and just do the old waft and see what it smells like.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear God. Wait, are we still blessed?
Just make a Constitution saving throw. Like, it is vile. Like, just smelling it, you actually struggle not to throw up. Like, there's actually a little bit of a, like... Like, this is just... It smells like death. Old death.
I'll turn around and I ask him to go back.
Like, it's low to the ground, like it's just... Like a couple of centimeters off the ground, like just a slow creeping. So you don't have to be, like, in it, but, like, getting down and wafting it up and actually taking a whiff, it is just vile.
Looking
There's
down
more around this way, or...
down the end of the hallway, can I actually see that smoke or not?
I mean, no, you can't, because you can't actually see that.
No, well, I'm asking because on the map it's there, but that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, like it's starting to creep.
And you say there's more up north, Grouch?
There's more over this way, yeah. It seems to be coming from a chamber to the southeast.
What if we go around, like, down the other hallway?
Well, we don't have to, like, smell it like all was doing.
I was going to stand up and just go, are we ready to do this?
We either go around to the north, or we go to the chamber where the smoke's coming from. Your call, or...
No.
Firstly, I reach over, put a hand on Digi's shoulder,
Hmm?
and I'm going to cast Death Ward on him.
I don't want to die!
This is so you don't.
Okay.
So that's now active on Digi.
Like, oh, okay.
And I take a step into the smoke.
Oh my god.
Like, you walk into it, and it feels cold around your feet, but otherwise... Okay.
Alright. And I proceed to walk forward. Does it get colder as I get closer?
It's not great.
How's Frank doing
Like
with it?
there's just like a foreboding feeling of this is fucked.
So, right where in front of me, right here, is a door, yeah?
Yep.
Put my hand on Or's back. Okay.
There is an open passageway down to the south in the main chamber. But do we want to go through here, or do we want to go down south?
I'll plank around south and open up a second front when I hear noises.
Just stand ready, yeah?
Maybe we could have a conversation.
Oh, is there like a key lock on the door?
It does appear to be under some sort of lock and key. Like the door doesn't move when you try the handle.
Like, I want to take a knee and am I able to, is it like a skeleton key lock where I can see and peer through there?
No, it's not.
Want me to diddle it?
Yes, I want you to diddle it.
Is this door similar to the one on the other side, Sentry?
Yep, it's a big, heavy door, which is locked.
Okay. I will go around.
Oh jeez, that is a lot of purple shit.
There's another door down south, bigger than this one. Also locked, did you say?
He's doing the GG diddle.
Diddle this one, then come with me to the other one down south.
I want to investigate this lock and find what mechanisms would be locking it, if any.
Alright, so give us a investigation check.
Oh!
Whoa.
You go through it, and surprisingly enough, this seems to be a basic lock. I mean, it's locked,
Oh no!
but you don't find it particularly complicated.
Can I just am I able to just pick it with my dagger, or do I need the tools?
You would need tools.
Using the dagger is called breaking the lock.
Yeah, well, he said basic. I'm like, how basic? Is it like a HB pencil across the thing, or do I need to get the tools?
Yeah, no, you go through the lock, and it opens.
I'll creak the door slowly.
As he starts to do that, as he pushes the door, I cast out on him.
Kind of clap your hands really loud, like, bah!
Just another thunderous boom.
Hang on, sorry, I'm just preparing the space.
You're making more purple shit, aren't you?
It's a real pain in the ass, actually. Trying to, it's like, oh, it's generating smoke. What a dick pain.
This is certainly going to help with the lag.
Yeah, that's right. Look, you push the door open, there's a...
Do we hear any immediate reaction on the other side?
No, there's just like a low... Just that echoing, like a slow dripping.
Does anything happen to the smoke when the door opens?
No, it doesn't. Like, some of it sort of wafts around on the ground a little bit.
I tap Digi on the shoulder and I just I whisper to him, "Go help Grouch."
Can I use my dagger to peek around the room to see, count how many enemies may be in there?
Sure.
Sleight of hand, maybe?
Oh, you just like no,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're able to like use the dagger. Yeah, make a sleight of hand check just to, you know, I don't know, do it quickly.
And that comes to 22 minimum.
Fucking
Jesus.
down.
As you move it around, it appears to be mostly all dark in here.
It's very dark.
I'm reaching into my pocket and I'm pulling out the potion of invulnerability.
I'll step back.
Come on, did you?
What are you doing?
Just in that short break, Tenzin's coated his sword with that poison.
Do the diddle. Did you?
Sorry, someone just was a bit sick in real life. Hey. I'm pretty sure this should make it.
Not sure it will.
I don't know, you
Might
might
not
have to
be
use
good
your reliable
enough.
talent.
Yeah. And again, just like the other, it's a standard lock. You crack the door and slowly push it open.
Message
Is there
or tell
anything
me to go in.
flammable?
Is there anything what?
Flammable.
You don't know.
I say to Digi
Define
quietly.
flammable.
Something I can set on fire so we can have some light.
We have torches for that, yeah.
Can you
I
not
tell-
see?
No, we can see. I tell Digi to message or tell him to go in.
Okay. Hey, oh. Bottom door's open in the south. We're about to go in.
When you see the light go. On the ground, are there any like loose rocks or anything?
It's mostly smooth around here. Like, this appears to be a place that has been interfered with and damaged a little.
Alright. Reaching into my pocket, I'm going to pull out a gold coin.
Use a copper coin.
I don't have any copper, I pull out a gold coin. So I'm reducing my count by 1. I'm going to like hold it in my palm, close my palm, cast light on it, and I'm assuming the door's still only open like the tiniest bit ajar.
So you're just like holding the door ajar?
Well, I'm assuming it's still ajar, like I don't think did you open it all the way.
No.
He opened it far enough, like looked in. But yeah.
Alright, so realistically, if I'm looking at an angle, it'd be like that far open, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, I want to try and basically...
Let's get beer back. Something's weird around.
Oh, I'll wait for Digi to get back before I do it then.
No, go ahead and do it.
I'm basically going to try and throw it off there into the center of the room, if that makes sense. Like, try and aim it to land around here.
Alright, so you're flipping the coin out just like into the center of the room to land on the tiles?
Yeah, but it's got light cast on it.
Alright. Oh. Oh, okay, hang on. Let me just like go and light source a new object for you.
I'm sorry.
Holy crap. There's a floor tile for literally
Okay.
just like coated in gold.
Didn't you use that in some of the dragon hordes?
That was like piles of gold. Lots and lots of piles of gold.
Oh god. Okay. It was a giant coin.
That's a big coin. It's bigger than I was thinking.
Is it chocolate?
May as well be. I don't want to hope so.
Yeah, sorry, my mate was like screaming bloody murder. Apparently he's playing a horror game.
Oh.
Tell him you're playing a horror game and he's interrupting it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this has got to be the scariest thing we've ever actually done.
I'm fucking nervous. This room looks fucking creepy. Also, with this purple slime fog stuff, we need to call the Ghostbusters.
What is it, 40/20 on light?
Yep.
Upon tossing it in, does anything react to that?
Like you flick it in, like there's just a slow ting, 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 and it just rolls to the middle.
Alright, so once that's in, I say go when you see the light, so Or's gonna like
And
basically
we're
push
going
the door and go in.
Do we see anything in the room?
Apart from this,
Like all of the purple smoke in this place appears to be drifting, like slowly flowing out of this bowl. This altar in the center of the room. Like there's runes carved in it, a couple of chains hanging from it, a ceremonial knife, like ancient blood stains, and the bowl appears to be full of bones.
you said there were etchings in there.
What languages do you speak?
Assuming nothing that's going to be on there.
Oh. Oh.
You don't recognize any of this ore.
Hey, Estelda,
Yeah.
you seem to know stuff. Do you understand what this says?
Let's have a look.
Didn't read it out loud this time.
I did not read it out loud last time.
Read it backwards.
I'll set it aside.
What if it's like a language like Arabic that is meant to be read backwards?
Arabic is not
Do
meant to be read
I
backwards.
Yeah,
understand?
it is. It's read right to
anything?
left.
That doesn't mean it's backwards.
To our perspective, it's backwards.
Scott,
I
please.
think it means you're backwards.
Alright, do I understand any of this?
No, this you don't understand.
Alright, I'm gonna tell everyone I do not know.
Could you open this door?
I could help with this.
Oh yeah, you got that thing.
I picked up some boots which will let me translate it, but it's only one use.
Looking at the bones, what species do they seem to be from?
Make a medicine check.
Is the smoke receding?
They appear to be like humanoid, maybe human, elven. It's hard to tell.
Is it getting clearer in here? Like,
Yeah, it looks like
is the smoke receding?
clearer.
Is potentially something happening where this thing may be erupting or something?
Or is it charging up? Either way, did you come up here and undo this door?
Okay.
It's feeding on all of the dead people that we've killed.
Probably.
Oh my
I'll
god.
quickly undo this door.
You go to start moving the lock, and nothing is happening.
Okay.
smoke.
It's a
I'm
trap.
gonna die.
Oz,
Hide.
Oz holding the potion in one hand and his sword in the other, just
The
ready.
doors have closed behind us, haven't they?
Have
They open too easy. I knew
I
it.
try and open this door to see if it's like closed behind us.
Like, you go to test the door and it is locked.
Anna and Tenzin.
Anna and Tenzin. Oh my god.
They betrayed us.
They're in with the bad guys. They're the orcs, the liches, and everything.
Wait, legit, where is Tenzin?
On the other side of the door. I think he
What?
was here.
He's back up there outside.
Is he AFK?
No, I'm here. I didn't walk in when Estelda did. I just stayed in the room.
Digi, do you want to come here to this door and try and get it open?
I run over and check the door.
Oz gonna move back to this position here and just ready. If anything moves from this altar, he's gonna swing at it.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to stand forward and ready an attack with my quarterstaff, so if anything comes out of the altar, I will attack.
The simple lock that was there, is it not working? Or is it like magically just not moving grid?
Like, it appears to be no longer moving. Like, you're jiggling your lockpick around in it, you're turning the handle, and nothing.
As a ritual, do I have the time to cast Detect Magic when I saw the door slam shut?
That's probably about 10 minutes worth of casting.
It is.
But yeah, if you want, you could get started on that. Have a crack.
I will.
By the time you finish, you're probably gonna be dead.
But he'll be able to know if the door was magically sealed.
That's right.
Which we've already figured out.
Like, in the meantime, like, there's now banging on the door from the north side, and you can hear Anna's voice on the other side saying, "What's going on in there?"
We seem to be locked in.
Grouch, cut it open.
I'm going to draw the adamantine scimitars from Frank's saddle and start hacking. I might shuffle that to Digi.
You sure it's not a trap?
I think we've already sprung the trap that was here.
Yeah, we're kind of already in the trap. Anyway, adamantine scimitar on the door.
Okay. What do I roll for that?
It's just a regular old short sword, or scimitar, sorry. That does extra damage to doors and shit.
26, like, you hit the door, like, you slam into it, like, starting to break chips out of it.
I just keep hitting it again and again and again. Nope, okay, I stopped.
What the shit?
Oh my god.
Like, as you start hitting it, like, the pool in this room is starting to bubble.
Estelda, move down.
I'm gonna hide.
I'm gonna hold the attack that I was readying, but it'll be for whatever comes out of here.
I'm in the same boat.
Actually, I'm just gonna
Yep, alright, let's get ready for the attack suite.
be on this side.
Don't you fucking do it, Sentry.
My attack is ready.
Sentry's saying it's too
the
late.
My body is ready.
This is the comics last week.
And that's where we'll
Let's
pick it up
kill
next
him.
session.
Don't fucking say this is where we pick up next session.
No, like, and as you all start to gather around the pool and it's starting to bubble away,
Oh my god.
like, suddenly there's, like, splashing and the sound of claws dragging on material behind you, and from the two pools up in the corner of the room, these large two black-skinned, horn-covered creatures start to drag themselves out of the water as the bubbling in the middle of the pool continues.
We're rolling initiative now, right?
Yep, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Just before all that, can I... What's happened with that door?
It is locked as fuck, bro.
What school?
You haven't been able to cast that. It hasn't been 10 minutes.
It hasn't
Hasn't
been
it?
10
No.
minutes. Like
Been
it's
about
just
20 seconds.
dragging on.
Death salad? Oh, salad.
Death salad. Isn't that all salad?
Oh no.
All salad is dead salad.
I mean, normally things that have death as the first part of their name are pretty, like, bad.
Oh shit, this is just like Ghostbusters 2. You think it, the Ghostbusters get stuck in the room that gets locked with the purple shit.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. How good is it?
Oh, it's so fun.
Like, as these two things start to pull themselves out, has everyone rolled themselves in on initiative?
Yeah.
Alright, I need to do
Yes.
that as well.
Anna would have undoubtedly heard me hacking away with that adamantine scimitar on the door.
How many bardic inspirations does Anna get? 4?
I will check.
What level bard is she though?
I don't know, 12, 13?
13 by now.
No, well she's cross level.
Well,
Isn't
she's
she?
not all bard, she's got some sorcerer.
Ah,
She's a
good
level
point.
12 bard. Alright, like, Anna's starting to yell, she's like, I can hear things, what's happening in there? Like, just like banging on the door.
A number of
Bad
times
things.
equal to your charisma modifier,
Alright, so
and you
4.
regain on a long rest.
I am staring at this door.
Should have just followed me in, man.
Or yells out, Anna, there's some kind of things in here.
Bad things.
Can she cast hypnotic?
Oh,
What the fuck is that?
Oh my
Do Estelle and I get our readied actions?
Oh no!
Yeah, can we pop off our ready actions on that?
And me, I'm ready
Okay.
to forgive me.
See, I told you it was a leech.
Alright, at this point, how many people have got ready actions that they wanted to, like,
I
try
did.
and unload here?
Or
yeah,
did.
us here around this thing.
Yeah. You motherfucker.
Alright, so that's Estelda or in Grouch. Alright, like you swing at it
Are
and
we
like
still
it just
hashtag
slops on the
blessed?
side of this thing.
We're still blessed though, right?
No.
Oh no. This is gonna be so bad, guys.
Does the 17 hit?
17 is a hit. For 9 and 3. 12 and 10 and 2. 12. Alright, as like you crack into this thing, like starting to make a couple of cuts, there's almost like a psychic scream from this thing. Like you just hear the sound piercing in your head. Anyway, Digi, it's your turn.
I am going to. I guess. How tall is this ledge? Could I
Oh,
jump
Digi
up
can't
this?
see that thing.
That's like
Oh, I can.
it's like a 5-foot tall ledge.
Alright, I'm going to run this way. 1, 8, 10, 15. And I will attack this ugly thing if I can reach it. Yes, no?
Yep, a 20 is a hit. As you sink in for 9 points of piercing damage, and then 6 points of piercing damage. And sneak attack for 28.
I tell you, I don't
That's
like
huge.
leashes.
Right. In return for that, like straight after you stab it, it immediately like swipes at you with its tail.
Oh.
Legendary
Does
actions.
18 hit you, did you?
Oh, on par.
Alright, so yes. It whips at you with its tail, striking you for 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll backflip dodge that.
Alright, so that'll cut down to whatever half of 17 is.
Okay.
8.5.
Alright, 8.5 points. Estelta, it is your turn.
Okay.
I broke it.
Spend all of the killing power.
If I was to try...
NAN, what does that mean, did you?
It's not a number, I just broke roll 20.
Don't put 0.5 actually in.
Anyway, if I was to try and knock it prone while it's in the water, is it
Don't think
possible?
you would care.
Is it possible that if I was to hypothetically use like a water whip, could I whip it out of the water and onto the floor
What
somewhere?
is the details for water whip? Are you trying to move this thing out of the water?
I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to knock it prone, but
Explain key with words. It pulls a creature. Creature can see within 30 feet if you on a failed save position 1 to 10 feet. You can either knock it prone or pull it up to 25 feet closer to you.
okay, so it's either
It's
or.
basically in contact at this stage, but it is currently in water. Yeah, you could knock it prone.
But
If you want to pull on land, you have to step back because it says pull it towards you.
okay, all right.
Pulling back would result in an attack of opportunity.
Hold on, give me 1 second. If I used a key point to disengage and took a step back,
Yeah.
and
As
then
a bonus action.
as
Yep.
my bonus action, and then as my action used water whip to knock it to like this tile area where I am now, would that knock it prone on floor and not water?
I think it says you can knock it prone or pull it.
Yeah. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna attack it for now, and I'll think this over for my next turn.
Right, a 19 is definitely a hit. A 14 is not, as like you're trying to slap this thing, but it's just like slimy, mucus-covered leech thing.
And then I'm going to use a key point to disengage and take a step back.
Right.
And that's my turn.
Alright, as you take a step back again, it will swipe out again with its tail, this time taking a sweep at you.
Bring it on.
Oh, it misses like
Oh,
this
thank God.
mucus-covered tail is like whips over, flicking as you duck like it slaps against the wall. Oh, leaving like splattered juice all over the wall.
Gross.
Hmm. Alright. Alright. Sorry, I'm very quickly reading a spell.
Oh, that's a bad sound from the DM.
I like it. Oh. Okay, centered on a point. Like over in the corner, this large black scaled creature slowly drags itself like 1 step, 2 step. It stands behind the altar. It raises its hands. Chanting some ritual. And it releases, like, as it starts to conjure in the area under Digi and Ore, this fog starts to develop, like a sickly yellow-green. Foggy aura.
Is this gonna be battle?
I don't know what he's doing.
It's gross.
Looks like a green fart cloud.
Oh god! It's
Oh
giant.
my god.
Sorry, I just need to check the radius on this.
Wow.
Have we just been spaced?
No.
Hey, I'm on top
Looks
of
that way,
everything.
doesn't it? Check it out.
Through the wormhole.
How come I'm the only one on top of the wormhole thing?
Because you've got you selected. I'm on top for me.
Oh.
Wow, that's really weird. This thing like isn't snapping to grid properly.
It's like the wrong size?
It must be.
Press
It's
and
like
hold Alt when you let go.
1.7 instead of 2 across.
What's happening?
Anyway. Everyone that's in this cloud.
So everyone in the room.
Yep. Digi or Grouch and Estelda, I would like you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm assuming Frank as well.
Yep.
Con save, not con throw.
Oh my god, what's gonna happen to me?
Like
my
this
God.
fog.
I don't know
is
where
a-
mine is.
I think you do.
No, I clicked the button and nothing showed up.
Is it querying you for something?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Minimize
I
your
already
sheet.
clicked that.
That was a,
Yeah, I did a normal one. It's
Just
not
like-
showing.
/roll plus your constitution modifier though. I don't think con's one of your good
No,
saves
G-
anyway, isn't it?
He's just rolling a d20.
Oh, there. Yeah,
There it comes. It was just lag.
Thank God you didn't have to rely on the d20.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Oh, right. So it is a DC 15 to save against, so Comic, Grouch,
Nah, Grouch is
and-
good. Frank isn't.
That's it.
alright. So Frank's bad, Grouch is good?
Yep.
Alright. As, like, this gas, like, it is just toxic, like, it burns to the touch. And it deals 26 points of damage to everyone who
my
failed
God.
their save.
That's 1/3 of my health gone.
Save
Is
or
it-
suck?
No, save or half. No,
So-
half or all.
So we take 13.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, you take 13 points.
Man, that's
it
more
is-
than half
it
of
is,
Frank's health.
It is poison damage, I believe. So if you are resistant to
Oh,
poison,
good.
Oh, you know what? I have in my notes that I don't take poison damage, but I don't know where I got that from.
monk thing.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have written it down unless.
One of your
Can I
items.
just check that?
Yeah, just check your class skills for monk.
I have it written poison does not affect. I didn't write where it came from.
10th level purity of body, maybe.
Am I 10th level? Yeah, I am. Yeah, so that must be a purity of body.
10th
At
level
10th level, your
purity
master,
of
yeah.
immune
Immune
to disease and poison. This does not affect you.
Oh, thank God.
So
Fancy.
you remain unaffected as this like rolling cloud of death just forms in the middle of the room.
Guys, being a monk is awesome. In case you didn't realize
Fucking
already.
is.
Nothing can touch me, I'll never die.
Kill the thing up top!
In the meantime,
Oh, Stelda, you
Does
should
the
have a
monster have to
drinking
roll?
competition
it does have to
where
roll,
you,
Ooh.
Oh
where
my
you
God.
and another person drink poison.
but it makes it save, so it will be
Yes.
taking 13. 13? 13.
When Zachariah comes back and he turns level 10, then we'll have a poison off.
What you need to do is you need to convince a regular person. Like, you know what? We'll both drink
Like,
the person, and the person who survives,
Like the
just Princess Bride him.
Yeah, Princess Bride, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, exactly.
Inconceivable!
Inconceivable! I keep losing this word, but
I don't think it means what you think it means.
it's right.
Oh my God, that's such a good movie.
This creature, the Aboleth, what it will do is, one target it can see. Grouch, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God, this is bad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's high. Is it high enough?
Yes, yes it is.
Oh, that would have been bad.
That does not look nice.
Yep. And with that, it will whip you, Grouch, with a tentacle. Does 25 hit you?
It does until I press this button, maybe. It does not.
It does not. As it whips out his arm and it'll make contact, and again another like tentacle flings out from this large leech-looking octopus-type creature towards you, Digi.
Oof, one of 3 uses.
Does a
Ah.
22 hit you?
I believe so.
If it fails
You
enslave,
take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and I would like you to roll a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
God, that's a nasty disease.
if it fails enslave, does that count as one of its 3 a day? If it fails,
What's that?
the enslave.
Oh, it's like, yeah, that's right. It's only got 2 more uses of that.
It's got
So
2 more
pass it.
uses, guys!
Yep, and a third tentacle will whip out, attempting to slam against you, or...
Okay.
You started at full health in this fight, right?
Does 12 hit
Negative.
negative.
Yeah, I've only got 19
Alright.
health left.
At which point, this creature will attempt to immediately dive and submerge itself under the water.
Do we get attack of opportunity?
Is anyone going to be taking attacks of
I
opportunity?
think everyone's going to be taking attacks of opportunity.
Alright, so
Except for me, because I was an idiot who moved away.
21 is a hit, 25 is a hit. So, alright,
Kill
let's
it,
just
guys.
slow
Kill
down
it.
here. Everyone's like taking a swing, so we'll go with, start from where it is on the list there. Or takes a swing for 10, carving another chunk into the back of this thing. Digi will take 9 points of damage on this thing. Does an attack of opportunity provoke sneak attack? Is that how that works? No. Or is that on your
I
turn?
don't believe so.
It can, but he's already used it on his turn.
Okay, sweet. So you don't get the sneak attack
Yeah,
refresh
it's type
until
of
the next
reaction.
round. Gotcha. Alright, and 16 points from you, Grouch. Are you preventing this thing from running?
I would like to set its speed to 0, yes.
Alright, sweet. So it is stuck up here with you lot. Alright. Tenzin, you're up. What are you doing?
Wait, hang on. That's only if it's marked, is it? No, it's not. That's hold the line. Okay. Yep. Okay,
Alright.
I thought that was a warning maneuver only thing, so
Yeah.
I wanted to be sure.
In the meantime, Tenzin, Camo, you're up. What are you doing?
Door's locked, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep, like it's locked, like you're moving the handle and it's not locking, and you can hear like the shit has just hit the fan in there, like there are weapons swinging, people are yelling.
What's... I didn't find out whether it was magically... The whole door was magically locked, did I?
No.
What's the gap under the door?
About an inch and a half.
Oh,
Can I-
shifted to an ant.
Fit my fingers through it? Was
Yes.
any part of me... Alright,
Yeah, like you can slide your fingers under it.
I am going to change into rat form. Super rat time. And can I sneaky through underneath?
Yep, straight in and under.
Okay. I haven't got dark vision and that on him. And then as a bonus action, I'd like to... Can I turn back in an action?
Yeah, I think so. I think like dropping an animal form is a free action.
Okay, can you move me
Yeah.
through, Sentry?
Like, just rat. No,
Holy
rat man, straight in.
Alright, I'll delete the rat here. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Holy
you get into this place and there is just like this corrosive poison cloud.
And as a bonus action, I'd like to transform back into a rat.
You were at the
Get it.
bonus.
As
No,
the
no,
bonus
so-
bonus action, I am out of here.
I am just gonna... Oh, so I've used a bonus action, movement, 5 feet. Was it a free action to drop it?
Yep,
Okay, can I stabby McStab the one to my left?
sure. Like seeing this like large creature here immediately just like thrusting a sword into it.
That's not the parrying blade.
That isn't. I'll re-roll it for the parrying blade.
Isn't
Sorry.
the parrying blade just a +2?
It's a +1.
Alright. Well, 21's still a hit, so.
I haven't swapped them around in the list yet, so I just naturally
Alright.
clicked the first one. Sorry.
Like
should've taken
Joel's
the first
partying blade. But yeah, so just like stabs straight into this creature. Like the sword goes into it, and this little like, looks down at it, looks back at you. It almost doesn't care.
You're
Uh,
only...
Or at the start of your
Oh.
turn, as you still stand in this cloud, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was gonna say, Sentry, can I just move up parallel with that guy, but stay in his melee?
Yeah, sure.
Just to get a little bit further away from that gas.
Yep. Like you
I'll
can
let my
see,
turn.
like there's this like you can see it seems to be doing damage to everyone that's caught in it, like it is just burning them in the area, but it's also hanging in the air like a fog.
Oh, so it's in the air, not on the ground.
Yeah, it's like an airborne aerosolized gas. Alright. Alright, or you take 28 points of poison damage.
Yeah, this is a skunky.
Okay, taking that poison.
Yep.
All starts coughing his guts. I had the potion of vulnerability in my hand. Is a bonus action to just pop that?
Yep. So
Alright.
yeah, you're gonna slug the potion.
I'm gonna slug the potion of invulnerability, and that's active for a minute. So I'll put the timer on me.
So set your countdown timer on. Use the red dot on your character, I suppose. Yeah, 10 rounds. Well, you may as well start it as a 9 because this round is the start of it.
Okay, too easy. So that's going.
Yep.
Can I cast a spell magic on this cloud? As an action.
What's the radius? I'm still not magic.
I'll just link the spell card. I'll let you decide.
Yeah. That's alright.
Oh, come on, didn't you cast something on me?
Choose one creature, object, or magic
You've got Death Ward.
effect. Any spell of 3rd level lower, it ends for each 4th level or higher, making it... What level are you casting it at?
Well, I wouldn't know what level this is, so...
Okay, so 3rd?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go 3rd and then just wing it.
Okay, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So make a wisdom check.
Come on, baby. 15 or above. Fuck a duck!
No.
Wait.
Oh,
Finish
you
level
blessed.
4, make an ability check, DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. Yep, it's a higher check to end it, so you use the spell and it does not end the effect. In the meantime, you're still like coughing and spluttering as everything in this effect just burns, but it seems that the creature standing up here is what has cast it.
I am going to chance the attack of opportunity to get out of dodge. So 5, 10, if you want to attack.
Did I... I'm sure I fucking roll Anna into the initiative on this.
You did.
Where is she?
You roll? Is she not there?
You mustn't have had it token selected when you did it.
Alright, where did I put her?
Tables have turned.
Also, or for all you know, this thing can have 30 feet of reach.
Yeah, are you
Alright.
looking... is your moving away from it all?
Yeah, I'm about to jump up the landing and move to like basically next to this guy here. But I'm just letting you know.
Well, you've already taken the potion, haven't you?
I've taken the potion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cast a spell, and now I'm just running.
Alright, sweet. Either way, it's out. It was like try and whip you
That's a miss.
with a tentacle on the way out. Yeah, which it doesn't make any contact.
Alright, so I'll get to this point here. Would you call it 10 foot to get up on top of the ramp here? Or on top of the
Yeah,
ledge?
we'll just say like...
Alright, so I'll move to that point there. That's
you actually
full.
move up.
That's my movement then.
And
Yep.
yeah, you did forget on this initiative.
Fuck.
Yeah, I would look through it, but I didn't see it.
That'll be why I fucking popped up with the public
Oh.
roll shit and I cancelled it.
Duh.
Alright. Sorry.
That's the next roll?
Start of the next turn. She is on.
It doesn't matter, she's on the outside door.
Yep.
So I see all move to...
Alright, so
Cut back
carry
around.
on as you've like left this cloud. And what else are you doing? Or is that it?
Well, that's action, bonus action, and movement. So I'm
Oh yeah,
done.
gotcha. Okay. Hmm. Alright, this creature
I
here.
do
it
not
will
like
attempt to bite you, Tenzin. Does a 19 bite?
9.
No, it does not. Will bite and start slashing at you with its claws as well. On slash with its claws and 2, and none of that has any effect.
9.
Right. Grouch Frank, you're up. I would like you both to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, Frank. Oh, guess how many hit points Frank has right now?
20.
21. He's now down.
Oh no.
You better get him out of dodge.
As Frank is now unconscious.
Alright, I am angry. I would like to rage. I take half of that damage, yeah?
Yep.
But because I'm resistant to poison, I take a quarter of that damage.
Yep.
So 5. Am I able to shove a potion down Frank and activate the spear that I want to activate?
Don't worry about Frank, dude. Just go nuts.
It's not really raging to push
okay.
a potion down.
Fuck it, I'm going.
Is it an action or bonus action
Crush
to
his
activate the
larynx.
sphere?
It says action, so that would be my entire action. I am going to fuck this guy up with a rage. And reckless. I said reckless.
Alright, so roll that first one a second time. Oh, that's better.
Much better. Was a D8.
Alright, so roll a d8 to chuck on top of the 13. So that first attack is 13 plus 4, 17.
Plus 2 rage.
So 19, and hang on, because we've got to roll a, what do you call it, a concentration check for this, 19 points. What's that? Con save of 10 or half the damage, whichever's higher.
Correct.
Right.
And it's
Can I
less
just-
than 20, so it's 10.
Yeah.
Scott, can I just point out on that initial roll, you rolled back-to-back ones?
Yeah.
Alright, so it does maintain its concentration on the spell effect as you
May as well roll
commence
2 more of those,
whooping.
because hopefully these 2 are going to hit as well. 18 damage.
Alright, 18 minus 18, and it will roll a con save of 6.
Holy fuck!
Oof. Oof. And with that, this like noxious cloud just fades out and dissipates away to nothing.
While I'm here, I'm going to ensure this guy is marked and hit him again.
Sentry,
Another 16 damage.
Alright.
Sentry, do you do the flanking thing?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I could bring it in if you want, but if you get flanking, they get flanking. Just remember that.
Yeah, no, I just didn't know if we'd ever done
Oh,
it.
okay.
Or not. I was just curious.
I've typically avoided it because there's enough things which can cause advantage in the game mechanically
that's
anyway, without just sort of like, ha ha ha. I don't know. It seems to make sense on shows like Critical Role where all those dense motherfuckers literally just scatter into the wind and there's never a fight plan. But you guys can actually like handle combat situations mostly.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if we'd ever done it or not.
Yeah. Alright, so that is a hit as well. He is a marked target.
I am very angry.
We'll call him Taunted.
And yeah, my turn's over. No, wait, no it's not. Bonus action. Push him on the ground, because fuck him. Right, he's still alive, which I'm assuming he is.
Alright. Yeah, he's alright.
But
And you're gonna go
should
to
be at
knock it
advantage
down as
because I'm
well.
raging.
Yeah, it is an advantage because you are raging, and with that no, you also like just slam him with your shield and knock it to the ground.
Finish it off.
Alright. Like, and with like hearing you just flying into a rage and the shout out of Frank's name, it is Anna's turn.
Can Anna like dimension door through the crack? Does she have dimension door? I don't even know what spell she has. Oh yes, yes, I like.
Like, you can't hear what's going on back there, but like it's almost like the beating on the door from Anna slows down to a stop, and then like the next time something hits it, it's hard. Like it goes from a boom boom to just bang bang to like it's sounding like just a hailstorm belting against this thing.
So she did big objects to destroy
Just
the door,
going
not tiny
boom,
objects
boom,
under the
boom,
door.
boom. Yeah. Until, sorry, fucking dynamic lighting layer. Like, both of these are just like blown clean off their hinges. Like splinters come flying into the room as Anna now walking in with a varying array of bits and pieces of just like steel shrapnel flying around her. How many things can you actually make with this shit?
Depends on the size. What
Yeah.
size did you go with?
Large targets count as 4, medium targets count as 2. How many command up to 10?
Medium targets count as 2 objects, so if it's medium objects, she did 5.
We'll say small, like just weapons and like assorted bits and pieces of armor from all that crap you've been collecting. So what's a small object count as?
Starts at medium, what?
Oh,
Medium 2, large 4, huge 8. Can't do anything. Blah 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 blah. The bonus action mentally commanded and creature object comes to life. Choose up to 10. Oh, I suppose that's the 8 then, or like 5 medium.
Yeah, I think she's got like 5 random weapons in her thing that she could be.
Yeah, alright. So I'll say like, there is, you know, I'm not going to draw it up because fuck, I don't have the time quite honestly, but there are now like a swarm of just weapons flying around Anna. And we will call them small. As she takes like one step through this door, looks at this thing on the ground, and it is just on. So rolling at 1d20 plus 6. Roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so what misses out of all that? Right, the 10 and the 16 miss, so that is 4 hits at damages D8 plus 2.
And one of them was a crit.
Yep. So it's going to be 3 regular hits and 1 crit. So 1, 2, 3.
5d8 plus 1, 4, 5.
I'll just do the numbers individually. Makes more sense that way, I think. And 1 is 2d8, which is pretty unfortunately small.
26 total.
Yeah.
Were they on the big thing in the middle, or the one on the ground?
The one on the ground. Not entirely sure if they would count as ranged or melee. Probably ranged because they're just like bombarding this thing. But it takes a total of 4, 9, 18 plus 8, 26 points of damage. As he bursts down these doors and comes in and just starts smashing this thing. Alright. Which brings us to Digi.
I am going to get the fuck away. I will use my bonus action to disengage. 1, 2, 3. And I will cast Hideous Laughter on that big thing.
Alright, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
And beat 16.
Does it have less
no.
than 4 int?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it's quite intelligent.
Oh god,
I mean,
dude,
you
that
don't-
was a clutch move.
You don't know that.
Yeah!
But it's quite intelligent. As it just like literally like it stops being buoyant and just goes into like a wheezing or like whatever this thing's version of laughter is. It's just like a there's just like slime and shit spewing out of it as it starts to like blob down into the water and bubble around. Like the water around it is just like sticky and disgusting and full of mucus and shit.
And I don't know if I can burn a hit die sticks and hop back.
Not in combat.
No, I'll got you, man. I'll got you.
I mean, is there an option for that in combat? I don't even know that.
With some of those new feats there is, but not...
No, I was
rules
going to say,
written.
find me some supporting literature and it's a thing. In the meantime, Estelle, you're up.
Should I attack this thing now that it's laughing?
No, it's laughing, it's incapped.
If you do damage it, it does have advantage on.
It gets to make another save at advantage.
Leave that one for now and just focus on the other 2.
I mean, this one's on
Yeah.
the ground waiting to be hit in the head with a stick.
Give it a good sticking.
5, 10, 15. Vaulting up this ledge would be what? 10?
Got a gajillion movement anyway.
Yeah, true. I don't even know why I'm worried. Just gonna stand right in front of this thing and hit it with a stick.
Is it your beaten stick?
It's
The
not
old
beaten stick.
beaten stick.
Cast a spell.
Man, this is
Paddling.
depressing. Frank went down in 1 round and I still have 126 hit points.
Oh my god.
As you can roll that at advantage if you want, so roll like your d20 again and see if you get higher or lower than 16.
Lower doesn't matter.
Yeah, lower doesn't matter, but if you get a 20, you get to roll your staff damage a second time for a crit. Nope, never mind. 27 and 13 it is. As you just start cracking this thing.
And I will hit it again.
Yep.
Should I roll this one at advantage?
Yes, yeah, it's prone at the moment. It's basically
Oh,
like
okay.
on the ground. It's been knocked down, so...
Probably should have gone for the one then. But...
Oh, sorry, that's alright. Probably should have made mention on the way up. And another 10.
Jesus, how much HP does this thing have?
A bit.
Alright, time to give it a kick.
Oh, another 10 and 11, another 21. They're both hits.
How's it looking?
Rough. Like it's just been like smacked down, chopped up with a sword. Like just beaten down after it's been pushed over onto the ground.
Alright, we'll turn this into a flurry of blows then. Unless that one doesn't hit.
Yeah, that's right, the 14, like you can't even find a spot. Like you punch it and you literally just like bust your knuckle on bone, like some of these shards that are sticking out of its body.
Alright, yeah, that's my turn.
Now he gets a turn.
Right. Like as it's sort of like you see it there, like on the ground, like you're looking at its wounds and they, like, some of them just start closing in front of your eyes.
Oh god, not this shit again.
As for a moment the creature stands up to its full height. And it will make against... Oh, I don't know.
Disadvantage if not me.
I'm just thinking about what it can do.
God, I hope it doesn't have any more giant ass poison clouds up its sleeve.
No, it only gets one of those a day. As I give away the secrets of the slab.
Either way, Gratch knows they can do that now, so he's going to kill them with extreme prejudice.
I would like Grouch and Estelda, both of you, to make wisdom saving throws.
Is it again? Oh, that should have been an advantage. Is it against being frightened? Because then it should have been an advantage.
It is against being frightened.
Oh, yes!
In which case, you are able to shake the fear. Like, you see it conjuring something, and then there's, like, it throws its arms out, and there's a wash of magic across yourself and Raina, and for a split second, it's like you just get a flash of, like, something from a nightmare, but then, like, you blink and you're still here in this situation, like, you miss whatever it is. Is there a reason for you to get advantage on that, Estelle?
No,
okay, cool. Alright.
Yeah, I left it by accident, so...
In your case, a 9. For the next minute, you are afflicted by fear. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action to move away from you by the safest route on each of its turns, unless there's nowhere to move, in which case you will cower in a corner. You are afraid.
And that doesn't count as damage, so I can't hit it with a bonus action.
That's right. You project a phantasmal image of the creature's worst fears, so you're currently in waking nightmare mode.
Oh my god.
Does she drop her quarterstaff as well?
Or drop whatever it's holding and become frightened, so yeah, like your quarterstaff just clatters to the ground.
No, not my punching stick. Or my beating stick.
My beating stick.
It's alright, can't drop my fists, so I'm alright.
That's right. Monks. Always prepared, technically.
So what, I just have to keep, like, moving away from this guy with my...
Yeah, that's it. Like, your next turn, you must take the dash action to move away, so get as far away from it as humanly possible. That's where you'll be going.
90 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 90 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
It's like gold!
So you're going to be, like, just running away, like, into one of these side rooms down the bottom near Digi and hiding.
Oh, that's not fun.
Sorry, I'm just, like, doing some ruler measuring. Grouch, I would like you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Is it still
God.
laughing?
You really want to turn me, don't you? No!
And you hold a second time.
One down, 2 down, 1 to go, and I still got my Indomitable.
The creature, in the meantime, into this disgusting pool of mucus, just whips its tail for a moment. It will lash out and strike Frank once.
Isn't it still in hysterics?
Oh yeah!
Oh
It's
right,
in
shit.
hysterics. Oh my
It needs to
god!
make it. Oh, is it the start or the end of its turn?
The end?
The end.
Yeah, end of its turn.
Oh wow, lucky duck, everyone. Wisdom saving throw, 16.
Oh, my natural 20. Oh well. Oh, 11 wouldn't have even hit Frank when he's on the
Oh, it's a...
Oh.
It's saved, so it is now active. Hit his laughter by the end of each of his turns, and each time it takes damage. Make another saving throw advantage. It's triggered by damage on success. The spell ends. Ugh.
At the
It
end
has
of its
ended.
turns.
Alright. Well, that's the end of his turn. Now, Tenzin, you're up.
I forgot to mention when I first stabbed the creature that the blade was coated in poison.
Oh, right. That's right. No, you did. You mentioned
So
that.
I'll roll...
So that
hang
was
on.
a 4d10, and because we wrote down the conditions for that poison, can you remember what they were?
Oh, I get to use it twice.
It
So
was
I've coated-
4d10, I think it was DC 14 or 12.
No, the DC... Oh, I did write it down. So the save on it is DC 14, Constitution.
Alright, so... Yeah, so 2 charges of it you've got. That was the
So
one you
I'll
6. So
roll
DC
the-
14 con. So this is for the last turn. It'll roll the DC 14 con save.
To save itself from that.
It takes 26 poison damage on that stab.
And then now on this turn, which would be the last
Yep. Which will be your last application
charge
of it.
sort of thing, yeah. I'll just roll...
So just roll your attack.
Yeah,
and do your
I'll just
thing.
roll it with the sword. Just normal attack.
It's like that poison damage in addition. So in that case, in the 13, like, you take a swipe at it, and the creature, like this time, like a claw sweeps aside, blocking the sword from hitting it.
Does that take off the application?
No, it doesn't. Like you
Okay.
actually need to get it in there for it to work.
Bonus action, disengage.
Yep.
That's 10 feet of movement to there. 15, 20. I might stay there. Yeah, I'll stay there. Alright, that'll end my turn.
Alright. Oh, you're up.
Too easy. I am going to, as a bonus action, cast Holy Weapon.
Yep, so you are now into Shed Bright, Shed Dim. 30-30.
This room is well enough lit that I don't think you have to worry about that.
I'll just put a radius around there for you. So there's your bright.
You are now like a beacon of just golden light.
And I'll say to the thing in front of me, "Want to see a magic trick?"
Oh!
Oh fuck.
Whoa.
Wow.
Jesus.
Magic indeed.
So roll an extra 4d as a holy weapon.
And then divine again. Oh my god!
So your holy weapon, the 2d8, you roll twice. Jesus.
He's done that too, yep. It's
Where's,
all...
where's the calculator?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's going to be watching this or listening to it, but after Comic's terrible one-liner, he just rolled a crit on a holy weapon strike off the Evermarch Blade, which is an adamantine weapon to begin with. If you read that thing's description, I think it gets extra damage.
Cane.
Oh, it's cane. Oh, good. Jesus Christ.
That's more than 50 damage, right?
It's a big hit. She's a big hit.
46, 53,
Alright.
61.
So that is
That's 70 points in one strike.
Yeah.
16 plus 18 plus 12 for the 2d8 radiant plus another 2d8 radiant for the 9 because it's a critical hit, weapon damage twice. What's your divine strike, like a 1d12 thing?
1d8.
It's a 1d8, and he's got an 8 and a 7 for his divine crit as well. For a
Rolled
total
well
of
on those.
70 points of damage. The creature, like, as it stands in front of you, like, the blade comes around as it turns to look at you, and it's like a one-shot, just head off. Like, because this thing's, like, head is sort of sunk into its chest, like the gross toad-like thing that it is, it's like an upper body shoulder cut where, like, the tops of its shoulders clean sheared through. Like, blood just evaporating off the back of the blade on the way out. This thing just immediately, like, slops and drops to the ground in a pile.
I do a 180, just point the sword at this guy and just go, I'm coming for you! And just 5, 10. And that's my turn.
Alright.
I think you should roll some intimidation on that one. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. The creature will look at you for a moment, and there's almost like a moment where it chuckles. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, you are afraid.
That's a concentration, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Stelda's not frightened anymore.
Yup.
Isn't she?
Because the
Well,
thing's
the thing
dead.
is dead.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, so the fear is broken from you. Or you, on the other hand, are now shit scared. You drop your weapon to the ground and run.
Okay.
In the meantime, Grouch Frank.
Frank, death saving throw 1. That's actually not on the sheet. I just have to roll straight d20.
Good rolls.
Pass. Okay, I need to track this. I will
Yep,
put
just-
the thing on the token.
Pen, paper. Delete one of your favourite games off your desktop every time you fail a death saving throw.
Purple means success, okay? There we go. And now Grouch will, in a bit of a panic, run down
Or
here.
check off one of your rounds of invulnerability.
Just did.
Okay, Grouch will run down here and get a potion out of his pack. He will force feed a superior healing potion to Frank. Which is 8d8 plus 4 apparently. Sorry, 8d4 plus 8.
Oh shit. Big numbers. There's like a wince and a whimper from Frank as he stands again with 25 hit points.
And then I'm going to close to this thing. I've already used my action healing Frank, haven't I?
Yep.
I'm just going to stand here menacingly. No, actually, I'm going to mount Frank because that gives Frank all kinds of benefits.
I'm not just talking about satisfaction.
Satisfaction
Oh, no.
guaranteed.
Oh, he went there.
That's
And then
right.
Frank will take the dodge action.
It's late. Alright, Frank's taking the dodge action.
If he gets an action upon
Yeah, I'd
waking.
probably say like most of his round will be consumed just like getting up. It'll be like one of those at the end of your turn if you survive this things.
Well, either way, I am done.
Alright.
No, I'm not. Action search.
Oh shit, okay.
I will attack this fucker.
And is it a prone?
Kind of. It's sort of like in water as well, so... I don't know how prone applies when you're swimming.
Yeah.
I did not specify reckless, but I am still raging, but okay.
Yep. Alright, for the amount of health this thing's actually got left, is there any particular way you want to do this?
Oh, thank fuck. I just want to start like 3 swipes, 3 tentacles lopped off, and no, 2 tentacles lopped off, and final one in the fucking face. Wait, the last one
Stab
wasn't
it
hit,
in
was
the
it?
mouth.
Yeah, no, in the mouth, right in the fucking mouth.
Come so far. Stab it in the mouth!
It's gonna be
like
seen
Look
Lord
at
of the
its
Rings
mouth.
where
It's
he kills
begging to be
the...
stabbed
Or
in
the
mouth.
Basilisk, Harry Potter, where he kills it with straight up in his fucking mouth.
No, Johnny Depp style, like Pirates of the Caribbean with the Kraken.
But yeah,
I
it's
don't
just...
remember
Yeah, the
The thing
Kraken
is-
goes on top of his head.
The Kraken, didn't he just like put his hat on and walk in?
Yeah, he put his sword up and that, and then ate him.
I'm really glad I had that action surge. Holy fuck.
Alright, as it just slowly sinks away. Back into the
Anna's up.
mucousy slime pit from which it came.
So long, gay boy.
Alright. Anna's turn. In the meantime, Anna takes one step into the room with just this swirling cloud of weapons. Circling around it, looks down at this headless thing here. Looks down to make sure you're alright. The first thing she asks is, does anyone need healing?
Frank! And Digi!
Alright, now, how the fuck does this fuck everything spell work of hers? Objects linking your command, you can 10 magical objects, up to 10. Oh, medium counts as 2, large counts as 4, huge counts as 8. Everything else must just count as 1. Huh. Fun. Alright. As a bonus action, you can mentally command any creature with a spell is within 500 feet of you. Oh, at the same time, I should have command so the creature was more alright. She just like points at the slide thing and all of the weapons surrounding her will just start like belting it. So she's rolling out 1d20 plus 6. Let's see how much damage we do. Oh, look, I don't know, 7 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Was that 8? Good enough.
Yeah, it was 8.
What's that thing's armor class? I should probably know. Well, only 3 hits out of that whole lot, so there you go. Well, 1d8 plus 4, I think it was. Was it 1d8 plus 4 or 1d8 plus 2? 1d8 plus 2. So 1, 2, 3. 9, 7, 3. That is 10, 9, 19. As they start to saw bits of that off as well, and you've yelled for Frank, she takes a run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and she will use Healing Touch on Frank. Does she have Healing Touch? Healing Word. Life Transfer. Blah, 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 blah.
Isn't it that one thing?
Yes, cure wounds, staff of healing. How the fuck does this thing even work? Must be
It
giving
uses
out
charges.
items, and I don't know shit about them.
To be fair, you gave it out like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah. Crunches, blah, 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 healing 1d8. I don't know, let's say it's got a couple of charges in it. I'm going to do it at level 2 because, you know, Frank.
I mean, probably means 1.
5 and 7, he gains an extra 12 hit points.
It's a good match up, yeah.
Alright, and that brings us to Digi, you're up.
I'm gonna be hero, and step 5, 10, 15, and cast Hideous Laughter on the other lizard friend. See who's laughing now.
And it will make a wisdom saving throw. No, it's not great. And it just starts like huffing like a and just like hits the ground and starts like cackling and spewing shit everywhere while it just laughs itself to death.
Is Awe still feared, or is it a concentration?
Pretty sure I'm just feared.
Light. She's in.
Becoming incapacitated. When you become incapacitated, you lose concentration as per concentration rules.
Okay. Oh, yep, incap. In that case, the fear fades.
Is it a concentration fear?
Yeah, it is.
You're welcome, Awe.
So you come back to your senses, or
But my weapon's still on the ground.
it's sitting on the ground in front of you. You got anything else you go on there, did you?
I'm good. I'm just gonna lean against the wall.
Alright. Estelda, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna pick up my staff, which was dropped on the floor. And I will attack this thing. Because there's nothing else to do, right guys?
That we know of. There could be some ninjas in the room.
I'm just gonna attack it. Jump down here, move right up next to it.
Player character, Scott. Crouch.
And I'm gonna attack this thing with my beating stick.
Alright, sweet. Kid, you should be able to see what Scott's character Grouch is doing right now. You might be looking at a different part of the map. Zoom out, she's a big one.
Yeah, this map is huge.
Alright, as you lay into this thing, those attacks should both be at advantage, so reroll your d20s just in case you get a crit, otherwise both of those are hits. Just roll 2d20.
And you should get 2 staves at advantage.
Okay, so that is another 19 damage in on top of that.
And then I'm gonna hit this guy with a flurry of blows. At advantage, right? Yep.
Yep. So that first one, like, again, trying to get a strike in on this thing, you're unable to find purchase, and the second one, like, you just sweep it out, striking into, like, one of its, as closest to what you can approximate as a kneecap.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, well, this thing's not going to get a turn because it's dead. That thing's not going to get a turn because it's dead.
Oh, essentially, you get 4 saves at advantage for the hideous laughter.
Alright.
Oh shit, so it's 1 save per attack.
Mm-hmm.
Per damage.
Per
Like,
damage.
situation.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm sorry guys.
No,
Don't be.
it's not nice to do.
Someone's gonna hit it.
Yeah.
It's prone, you gotta
Yeah,
hit
he's,
it.
he's still down.
Yeah, it's still prone. It's just no longer like controlled anymore. All right, and Tenzin, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to it and just
Drunk it.
no, actually,
You're standing on a Zelda there, mate.
can I get into the same space? Oh, I'll get over here.
If you go over there, you're fine.
Yeah, just
Um,
move next to me.
I'm gonna skunk it and then I'm gonna stab it with. Actually, I'll stab
Skunking
it.
is an
I'll
action.
stab it first. I know. I just realised that. I'll stab it first with the poison blade. And
Yep.
It's prone, you get
Yes,
advantage.
an advantage. So roll another d20.
Aha.
That's better. Yep, the 21 definitely a hit.
And then that's sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
As you get plus 10, you get another
And then I'll
7
roll
for
4d10.
sneak attack, and then 4d10 worth of fuck you poison.
Oh,
Another 12 points of poison.
Did it roll a save on that?
yeah, it's got to roll beat 14. Con save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got it.
Ooh, sorry, left
It
side.
does.
But yep, it does. So,
So
it
that's
takes
half
6,
poison?
another 6 poison.
And now I'm out of poison.
6 points of poison damage. Which brings us around to Oregon.
And I swing.
Does the whole
Sorry?
weapon only count while the weapon's in your hand?
I'll link the thing spell.
I don't know.
It's
Okay.
concentration, so they can drop it by forcing you to drop concentration, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
If you're a weapon you touch, yeah, no, it's fine. It's still going. It's still good.
Alright, so I'll bend down, pick up the weapon, and just swing.
Swing away, Meryl.
Ah, nice.
As you drag another enormous hit into this thing, 15 and
30 more
15 is
damage.
another 30 points.
And I'll burn a charge of War Priest and hit again.
As you just
Oh,
sink the
jeez.
blade into it, another slamming hit, carving through it. And at 19, that is also a hit. Dealing another
Kill it.
8 points and another 12 points of holy damage as every cut you make into this thing just burns it.
That's my turn.
Alright.
We're all about to roll con saves, aren't we?
As the creature now stands up, starting to cackle and laugh one more time.
Oh god, here it comes. We didn't do enough damage. You want us to start rolling, Sentry?
Yep.
Con save.
We'll see who we can
Damn
actually
it, Frank!
fit in this thing. Oh wow. It's actually bigger. Yeah, it's the whole room.
Oh, and I have advantage on this saving throw as well.
This is the one with poison, right?
Yep.
Yep. It's the one you take nothing from.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in rolling, but I'm rolling anyway.
So, Frank
Gutsy
fails
Digi.
it and Digi makes one. You'll only take half, Digi.
Oh shit.
Everyone who passes will take half on this. Everyone who fails is eaten it all. I can't remember, is it 5d8?
I'm pretty
That's
sure
what
it was
you rolled
only
last
one.
time.
1d8?
I think it was only a 1d8, and I think that d8 was a d4.
This is how rocks fall.
Yeah, it was 5d8. 5d8.
Bless
Isn't it?
you.
It's 5d8. Oh, thank you. Sorry, shit, this is about doing the brains out there. Constitution saving throw for Anna. How'd she go? She didn't.
Because you're the one pressing that button.
Yeah. I mean, I clicked it once. I'm just waiting for it to like happen.
Must be lagging.
And then it'll be another one for everybody who's got a
no,
spell
it's a
active, won't it?
stupid fucking. Do you want to do as a public roll? Oh no, and I eat shit as well. $5d8. That's a big meatball. Ish. Not too bad.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, you're alright. Comic on this one.
So I take 6 points, yeah?
Just like
Is
me.
this cloud just starts setting in and burning fucking everything. Everyone who did not make at least, I think it's 17, or 15. Everyone who didn't make 15 on that save will take the full 24 points of poison damage.
Would
Okay.
Uncanny Dodge work on that?
No, it's not a dex-based throw.
Starting at 5th level when an attacker hits you, that you can see hits you with an attack?
Yeah, it's not hitting with an
With
attack,
an
it's more of a
attack.
stats
it's,
effect.
it's not an attack, this is just a
okay.
flat out.
It's the air.
Yeah, this is like a chemical weapon. It's like, I'm gonna dodge the gas. Ha, hoo, ha, ha.
Hold my breath.
Yeah, it's one of those.
So half is 12, half again is 6, yeah?
Yep. I mean, it wouldn't matter for you because you're like invulnerable right now, right?
No, it's just
No, just
resistance
resistance.
to
Oh,
all
right.
damage.
Oh, it doesn't make you invincible. It just makes you
No.
like resistant.
hmm
Well, that is a poorly marketed potion.
But it's all damage, that's the best part.
No, that's just marketing guys earning their money or that.
Man, I thought, yeah, I was gonna say, oh, it's actually a really well marketed potion. I thought you were just coming in like the unstoppable juggernaut in this thing.
Terminate
For
everything.
shits and gigs,
That's what I was thinking. Is like, you head gone.
let's see if Holy Weapon stays.
And Anna will have to concentrate.
Oh, so you're
on-
gonna have to do 12 on your con save. Yep.
Oh,
Alright,
good.
so holy weapon remains.
And
What did
Anna
Anna
has
make?
to con
No, she failed hers.
for the spell.
Of her spell to maintain
To animate
as well.
objects.
Yeah,
you're
concentration.
right. So she is minus 24 hit points, and she is rolling a con save just to fucking stay alive. Keep a spell. She has to beat 12. No, it fails. All of the weapons just clatter to the floor around her. Alright, how did Frank go?
Frank failed, but he's still up at the moment. But he's about to get down.
Polly, you went alright. Estelle, you don't know. I think you like might have avoided the effect.
Yeah, I did. I don't even know why I bothered rolling.
Like the only one I couldn't catch in it. Alright, in the meantime, as this thing just like laughs to itself, Frank, Grouch, Constitution saving throws.
Pass this time. It's probably not going to help, but whatever.
I think it's just the
And as
12.
for me, D6.
You get advantage on those? Jesus.
Yeah, it's a part of the half thing that gives me
Alright,
resistance to it.
so half of 21, so... I mean, I guess both of you. I mean, you take 5, you'll take 5, and Frank will take 11.
Frank is alive! He has 2 HP.
Oof.
How much health does he have total?
Not a
Like
lot.
40 something.
Yeah, there's really not a lot. It's like
Alright,
enough,
I'm going
enough to mildly survive an AoE effect.
Whip out my lance and poke.
Alright.
Recklessly.
Alright. Oh, Jesus
Does it have
Christ.
enough HP?
Alright, let's play the game. Minus 8.
Are you still raging?
I am still raging, yes.
Minus 17. No. Minus... it's got 3 hit points left and I haven't started working on that crit yet. No, it just like... You're stabbing it with the frost lance, like... Just every thrust into this thing like it's leaving a cold burnt patch as like this ice is spreading through it, and eventually it's like you're chipping away at like a gross red bleeding ice block as it just starts breaking chunks out of it until it finally just gives up and collapses, falls over and partially breaks against the wall. And this large, deathly cloud just slowly evaporates from the room.
Can I collapse?
So I'm gonna resurrect him because he didn't die enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna scooch on over to Ditch and cast healing stuffs.
I thought you didn't have any prepared today.
We just had a long rest.
We had a long, yeah, that's right.
So I changed the healing word at level 2, which will take the level 2 spot. Wow, that's heaps. Relax, Digi, you'll be fine.
Ah, thanks.
Isn't it 1d4 plus mods? Oh, healing.
Healing word.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking cure wounds, don't worry.
And
No,
I'll do cure
healing
wounds at level 1.
Healing word is meant to have a casting mod on that, and you haven't got it in there. Same with cure wounds. Your spellcasting mod should be in there.
So on to healing word.
What's your wisdom?
What's your wisdom modifier?
3, I think. 2.
So an extra 4 on top of all that, so you're gonna heal for 18 total.
Okay.
Yeah, you would need to redo your macros, man, because it's not including your spellcasting mod in that.
Frank and I are going to blow our second wounds.
Yeah. As you stand in this room, like a cold wind blows through this place. Like somewhere in the distance, like you're not sure if you're just hearing it or not, but echoing away somewhere, you're sure you hear like a chuckling laugh. Like
Oh god, we just killed the guardian.
just fade away on the wind.
That was the most vocal fart I've ever heard.
Or's going to jump up onto the countertop here, just look at the bones and just cast Sacred Flame into them.
Like as the flame hits the brazier, there's like a brief flash for a moment. And almost as if like partially rising from it for the moment, some of these bones, like they begin to animate and drag themselves together like a singular skull coming out of the bottom of the pile, gems inlaid in its eye sockets. Like it sort of starts to rise and there's like a brittle shaking just about, and a voice slowly echoes for the moment as like the shaking gives up and it just drops back into the pot. And you hear this voice again just echo away like on the breeze, just like a wheezing. Another time.
Wait. Or's confused and just looks over and goes, "What? Was that it?"
As the bones just fall back into the pile.
Can I go over and skunk the bones?
Sure.
Let's desecrate the Lich's bones, sure.
Been desecrated before.
Hey, DG? Motion towards the chest next to me, and I was giving it a bit of a bump to make sure it's not a mimic, as per Grouch's fucking orders.
As a standard procedure.
Yeah, it's standard operating procedure.
I'm gonna assume at this point the potion's worn off, yeah?
Yeah, we'll say over the next, X amount of time it's
That
worn
was
away.
Test click the second healing one, but it's got the wisdom modifier on it now. I gotta go.
Alright, dude.
Are we done?
worries.
Really late.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Thanks
can
for
get
so
up
much
in
money.
4
Thanks.
hours.
Thanks for staying up. We're just like finishing up the comic here and then we'll...
Yeah,
And then
I'll
we're
do all the
gone.
XP and
But yeah.
everything. Is
Yeah,
it
it's
going to be close to at least 4,000 XP?
That's an excellent question. I won't
I've got
know
my
until I
hopes,
run the
so.
numbers. I'll post them up anyway.
Yeah,
in the,
cool,
in
no
the,
worries.
in the D&D channel. And
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for the games.
No worries, dude. Thanks for hanging out that long.
Yeah, alright,
See ya.
see
Night, Cameron.
later.
GG.
Alright, what are you doing? You're investigating the chest?
Oh yeah. Gonna check that chest out.
Checking over? It's unlocked.
Oh. Can I open it?
You put your knife at the edge of it and slowly like twist the blade to do that, just like cracking the lid sort of thing, you know, like you do with a screwdriver. And there's a... And for the moment there's almost like, it sounds like another breathing sound, like a... And just like a small like veil of mist just slides out from the lid and then like down and away for a moment, but nothing happens.
Is there anything creepy inside?
Apart from the mist? No, not really. You open the lid, and there is, in fact, some treasure rolling to be done.
I pocket it all before it's rolled.
You son of a bitch.
Well,
Are you
I'm
actually
standing
gonna try
right here, Digi.
We'll do a roll. I was going to say, you're actually going to try and, like, sleight of hand steal out of this thing? To be fair, sleight of hand to hide things from people does work. Okay, no it doesn't. Like, you, like, immediately hand in there to grab shit and Grouse is just like, smack! What are you doing?
He's so bad at it, I'm not even assuming he's trying to steal. I'm like, oh, Digi, what's in there? That looks...
I was actually just literally going to say, without seeing the result of his roll, you know, you can actually do sleight of hand right in front of people and they have no idea what's happening. That's like how the entire magician's trade works. But no, that was atrocious, Digi.
I am ashamed.
It's like, I have failed my family.
I have reliable talent.
Oh, yeah, no, in that one. There's got to be some penalty for that.
It's like, hey, just like going through pilfering. Yeah.
Alright, where are we? Well, two of you. Boo-boo-boo. It's a pretty hard fight. Cool. Now, I would like someone to roll for me. Get ready.
Me.
Fun times.
Okay.
Not Digi with that one.
Roll good, Rainer.
I will. Maybe.
Roll a D100, Rainer.
Why can't I roll that?
Wow.
Of course, been trying
Wish
for
I knew what
those
loot
4
table you were
weeks.
using.
Where
The
are
table of leech rewards.
we? You open the box, and there's almost seemingly nothing inside, just a piece of like red, silken, like crimson red velvet cloth at the bottom of the box.
Is that because older too?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
For shame.
The real treasure is the friendships that we make.
Oh. It's one of those ones that I'm attuned to, right?
In the bottom of the box is like a scrunched up piece of cloth.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Pulling the piece of cloth out, is there anything wrapped? Like, is the cloth wrapped up? So, yeah, is the cloth wrapping something up?
Hang on, I'm just taking a photo to send to Discord because that's just too good.
I'm never gonna
Okay.
roll again.
Damn it,
I'm never gonna
Raina.
roll again.
We fought
But
the
yeah,
abominations from
you-
hell.
You move the cloth and pull it away, and sitting in the bottom of the box is a singular, what appears to be an amulet or talisman. Like, it is black and is the shape of a circular medallion,
It's
and
cursed.
as if wrapped around it from the sides looks like a pair of two tiny sets of four fingers, like the bones of a bat's hand, inset into this medallion are 5 tiny green stones. They don't appear to be emerald or jade, but they carry in them like a sort of, almost like a cloudy green colour, not unlike that of the smoke you just had been breathing during this encounter. In the centre is one larger of these stones, and set around that centre stone is what carved to be like either a pewter or some other dark metal, a skull. Fangs wrapped around this stone holding it in place. 2 more little green ones in the eye sockets of this skull on the metal adorning it. Coming off the top of the skull are 2 sets of coiled horns that curl back and then out into outward points. And a small metal loop on top of this thing. Through it is a necklace or hanging piece that appears to be made of small, fine bones tied together with string. It's just like you've pulled the cloth away and it's just sitting there as you look at it.
That looks creepy as fuck. Digi, you want to identify it?
Yeah. Kind of looks scary, but
Exactly,
If-
we need to know what it is if we're taking it out of here.
alright, put it down on top of the chest and I'll try and identify it.
Sorry, what are you doing?
I am going to attempt to identify the amulet. Turns out it's just an ornate amulet.
Yeah, you said you were like grabbing it out of the chest.
All picked it up, so he needs to put it down.
Oh, did you touch it or?
Yep.
Like, immediately on, like, you pick it up. Hang on, let me just read something here. Alright, like, immediately on picking it up, like, you hold it for a second and it just feels hot in your hand. Like, immediately just starts burning. You immediately take, upon touching this thing, 34 points of necrotic damage.
I
And just
My God.
cannot hold it.
motherfucker.
Dude, your hand okay?
That moment when you get a electric shock.
Oh no, that was worse than a fucking
Yeah,
electric
like you
shock.
pick it up and it drops, like hitting the edge of the chest, then sort of rolling to the floor, coming to a stop.
What is that thing?
I am going to carefully try and identify it.
Range touch, are you sure, Digi?
No, you just like scoop it through with like a dagger or something to pick it up, but with through the chain or something.
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. As soon as you put your hands on it, Digi, to try and identify the thing,
Can I poke it with a finger?
yeah, like are you just like doing the pinky touch, like the back
Yeah,
of the
like,
hand for the electric shock? Like you reach out, and as soon as you touch it, like a bolt of some vile green energy, like it just strikes you as well. and it deals 17 points of necrotic damage to you
I don't like this.
the second you make contact with it.
Alright, I'm going to wrap it back up inside the cloth.
Wait, who took the 34 points of damage?
I did.
Or,
Oh, okay.
like, so you carefully, like, wrap it back up,
Yeah.
being careful not to touch it.
No, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on
So-
myself and Digi for a little bit.
So, looking at this thing, what can the magically minded tell about it? Read, not me.
It is evil.
Anna would examine the fuck out of that.
She is looking at it, just going, what the fuck is that?
Take it to Valthrin. He'll be able to tell you what it is. Don't research
Standard
it
AWA
again.
reply.
I'm
Did
going to...
Digi,
I'll
this
put
one's
it
for
away in
you.
my bag.
That's for you on.
Oh, what have I got?
I just healed you for 8 points.
Cheers.
So,
wanna
was
check-
Was that the Lich?
I don't think so.
Probably. No, I think it was. And this is probably what was guarding it.
Can I desecrate his body?
I'm not gonna stop you, DG. It's already been done by Tenzin.
Now, what did Tenzin do to it?
He skunked
it.
with bones.
What are you going to try and do to it, Digi?
Oh, I was just thinking I need to go to the toilet. I've been here for, like, sitting here for a while.
Oh, IRL, you're gonna go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Alright, I thought you were like going to try and like piss on the remains of this thing.
You don't have far that will get me.
Oof. Like, as in the meantime, as you're sort of like reaching out to touch the thing or to look at it,
Oh,
there's a
hey,
sudden
there's
like the voice echoes in your head again behind you. Stop! Do not touch it!
that. We figured that out. What is it?
Like are you still holding it like wrapped in cloth so as not to like be making contact with it?
Yeah.
Even he sort of looks at it like a look of, like, for as emotionless as this thing's face is, like, this is even like clear disgust to him.
Care to explain?
But it just looks at it and goes, this is a creation of pure darkness. He goes on and says, a blackened mark left by the tainted soul and ritual this creature had to go through to create itself. It is its most prized belonging.
And it wants it back?
It looks down for a second and says, when again it rises, it will be the first thing it seeks to claim back.
So,
Is there
what
a
if
way
we
to-
just dump this in, like, a volcano?
We need a
You-
way to destroy it.
It looks at you and says, it would be suitable.
To Mount
DG is
Mordor.
hobbit-sized. So am
We-
I.
We know where a stream of lava is.
If I wear this amulet, will I turn invisible?
Do we need
How's
to
about
go
we
to
don't wear the
Mordor to
thing that hurts
dispose
us?
of it?
He looks you up and down and says, you would be lucky to survive prolonged contact with this black artifact.
So what's the most efficient way of destroying it?
Would radiant magic work?
Is this why you are asking if any of our characters are evil?
Well, that and like, you know, an angel's judgment.
Oh yeah, true.
Like
True.
these things
True.
are really serious.
Yeah, they're not really good with shades of grey.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm grey. I'm neutral.
So like on a scale of the ring must be taken to Mordor, to Mount Doom, and only there, to special weapon into the Horcrux, to just a regular thing, where does this thing sit?
Is this what you're asking him?
No, this is what I'm asking Sentry, the DM.
Alright. It's bad. It's really bad.
Oh, I got an idea. Sabrael.
This is like an unholy artifact created by horrific rituals over a really long time for an immortal lich sort of artifact.
This lich.
Well, how do we kill it?
His remains and when he is risen would be on this plane, correct?
It looks at you and nods and says, "That is correct, yes."
So, what if we maybe hide it inside a volcano in like 12 realms over deal?
I'd rather just destroy it.
Who knows what damage would be caused from magic seeping out like that?
Sabriel, what would be the best way to destroy this?
Or would it be worth destroying?
It's definitely not worth keeping.
Yeah. He looks and says, "It must be destroyed." Said, "Though where and how? This is information even I must travel to seek."
Well, how about the Nine Hells?
Of course. So are we going to keep it with us, or want to take it with you, maybe?
He looks at you for a moment, holds out his hand and says, "Let me try."
I'd give it to him.
I've got it actually.
No, I said I would.
Trust him.
He's an angel!
Yeah, but what would his intent be with something so corrupt? How do I know he's not corrupt?
Just give it
As
to
far as I'm
him.
aware, they can't be...
Darn!
Yeah, as
Then
far
again,
as you
maybe
know,
this
this
isn't
may
a
be
real
the
angel.
most trustworthy thing you have ever seen or heard.
Yes, Archgabriel. Take the amulet. I trust you.
You put it
We really do got to stop taking things on face value, don't we?
in his open hand, and for a moment, like, reaches out, hand outstretched, and puts it down on the stone altar beside you and says, "Stand back."
I
Does not
stand
have to
back
tell me
with
twice.
mage hand ready.
Don't you fucking dare!
And sleight of hand.
How many character sheet for this going in? Anyway.
It's like plus 13 to kill, some shit like that.
All I'm saying, Grouch,
It's down at
is,
the shallow end.
out of all the time, couldn't he have done this himself before?
You'd think.
Or is this like Diablo 2?
Yeah, you know, they just don't like to interfere in the...
Did I trust him?
Anything that doesn't want to interfere should not be
Like,
worshipped.
it puts its hand out, and just there's a sudden, like, flash of gold as, like, this enormous sword comes back to its hand again. It raises it over its head. Oh. No. It brings it down and just slams it against this thing, like, in a perfect 50-50 split cut like maybe as, hard as you've ever seen anything be hit. There's a bright flash of gold light off the side of this thing. Like the stone slab underneath it cracks and breaks, like the cut dividing down underneath as a section of the stone slab just falls away from it. And as it draws its sword away and looks down, the amulet still sits intact. Like half fallen down into the crease.
When was the last time your sword was sharpened?
Don't think the sword's the problem, did you?
Can I check out Sabrael's muscles?
Make him
Roll for rip check.
Have you met, did you?
I don't know, it's like, make a medicine check.
Oh, can I use that perception of those abs?
I make a roll an ab check.
I think what he wants to do is investigate.
Yeah, sure, roll an investigation check.
And that defaults to a 22 because of uncanny job.
Mm. It's like, this is, what would look like a human body
and peak
of
performance.
oh yeah, that's right. You may or may not like it. This is what peak performance looks like. This is like, imagine like a big naked human dude, but like 9.5, 10 foot tall, and proportionately muscled like an Olympic athlete.
Why are we going down this rabbit hole?
I may not like it, but I have to accept it.
But anyway, as the dust settles, after just striking across this with the sword, like it shakes its head, like again, like dropping the sword out of its hand as it just like evaporates away into golden dust that says, I cannot destroy this.
So how can it be destroyed then?
It looks at you and says, I do not know.
Do you want to maybe call your boss and ask him?
Can you see the manager, please?
Can we speak to the manager? It sort of stands up, looks for a moment and says, This will take time. Questions must be asked.
Aye.
These are rituals which even we dare not know.
Or is going to take a knee and use his divine intervention to ask Torm for his guidance on this matter.
Ooh, good call.
Big money, no whammy.
Low roll, baby. No.
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 One day.
Raina should have rolled a cleric.
Can I take a knee and pray?
You don't have anything special.
Try playing to my brother. He might be able to help.
Is it
The
gone?
Lord of Shit.
Who's currently holding the talisman?
That'll be
Did
me.
you? Oh, it's on the floor.
It's on
I'm
the
probably
thing.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah. If you like
Sabrael gave it to one of us.
pick it up again using like the edge of your blade to sort of carry it and tuck it back into
I'm probably the most corrupt here anyway.
a bag again. He looks
I don't
to
know,
you and
Tenzin is
says,
here.
Give it
He
to
look-
Tenzin.
he
That
looks
could be
to
his
you and
punishment
says,
for that thunder wave.
"Be
thing.
careful with it, little one. It will draw to it those that would seek its power." Or
Sabrael.
creatures
Goes
of
on,
the
ring
night-
goes off. Ring goes on,
Which,
ring
yeah.
goes off.
or creatures of the night which could not resist its lure.
Smeagol.
Did you put it into a bag of holding? Get it away from this plane.
Yes. And that's what I was already
So,
going to do.
Sabriel, you're going to go and ask your boss and then come and take it, right? You're not going to leave it with us forever.
He looks
You're
back
being
at
very
you and
ominous
says,
right now.
"We will find a way." He turns to look at you, or and says, "Servant of Torm, you have done as you were asked. He says, "And for this, you will have my assistance."
Thank you.
Oh, did you just get the biggest of bat phones?
Does this mean
He
that Or's
says-
going to bro fist him instead of me?
I don't know if anyone's going to be fisting anyone.
The three-way is over, right? Just
Oh, God. But he puts a hand out, out and down, and rests it on your shoulder, and says, "You were promised. Although I cannot intervene directly, I can lend what assistance I am able." Like, he looks at, almost like looking to the sky as if there is a sky. He's just like looking up at a stone ceiling. He says, he looks at you and says, "Come, we have work to do."
Or nods.
God, abduction time.
No. Not what? Not this again.
Not again. And in that moment, there is like a radiant flash,
Wait, Sabriel.
and they're gone.
oh my god.
Did we kill the evil? Can we open that chest now?
They should have took the thing with them.
Anna sort of looking over at the thing you're holding in your hands, Digi, and says, "Oh, this isn't good."
Anna, maybe you need to phone a friend on it.
She nods and says, I think so."
I shall pocket it in a parcel of cloth tightly and put that in the bag of holding.
Alright.
Gonna put that bag of holding in the bag of holding just to be sure. Kaboom!
That's right. I mean, technically that might actually get rid of it, because I'm pretty sure when you put a bag of holding in a bag of holding, it opens up a black hole that sucks everything near it into, like, the astral sea and just randomly spits it out somewhere in the universe.
So we'll call that Plan B.
See,
For not our problem.
Mm.
I mean, it doesn't actually destroy it, it just catapults somewhere else.
But yeah.
that's why I'm totally for burying it deep in molten rock. So it's like, even if it doesn't get destroyed, the bastard's gonna dig through like kilometers of fucking soil
Well,
and rock.
we'll see what happens with that. It's all
Just
just got taken away.
quickly, is this going to wrap up the session now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Alright,
In the meantime, all these people are all like discussing what they're going to be doing. Like, after the sudden flash, or you find yourself standing, like, it's suddenly everything is dark, like the golden light of your weapons and the torch lights and everything that was going from where you were, as dark as that was, this place seems infinitely darker. There is a howling crosswind wherever you are, and it takes you a second to regain your senses. You realise that you are now standing atop a very high cliff, looking down, and what this blackness you're looking out into is literally the ocean. Like, as sort of your vision comes back in, you can see like a small few swathes of pinprick stars through a dark and cloudy sky as wind howls and long grass whips around your legs. Like, as you're coming into focus, looking down at the sea, you can see what appear to be a number of glittering lights down there as your focus starts to come back to bear again, and you realise you're looking down upon a fleet of ships. As you stand at the edge of this cliff, like hundreds and hundreds of vessels, big ships, some as big as galleons, battleships, enormous black flag vessels, like the water underneath them, some of it churns. And then, like, in the same moment, you suddenly, like, realise how you got here, and you look back up, and standing just beside you on your left is the large winged man, like the golden skin, like even somehow almost bright in what is just about complete darkness. He looks down at you and says, and points almost into the middle of this fleet at one extremely large vessel that looks like it has 6 or 7 decks high out of the water, an enormous spread. Like all windows lit, like black Gothic archways all over this vessel. He looks to you and says, "Here is where you need to be, and you have work to do." And he reaches out for a moment, and his sword appears out of the air, and he hands it down for you to take.
I accept it. I put up both hands to take the sword.
At which point he just sort of nods and says, "Go and do what must be done." And then, like in another flash, he's gone.
Is the Gabriel Sabrael trying to coerce all to his faith?
Like in your hand, you now hold the angel's greatsword.
I look down at the weapon. I turn and look back at the ocean, and I just nod, and I just know what needs to be done.
And that's where we'll leave the session.